What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yeah, No, No, Yeah. It's that time again. It's that time to where we catch up on everything we've been watching. So it was October, spooky season. I watched a whole lot of horror movies, and that is what a good chunk of this episode is. Me and Liam both talking about all the movies that we watched. It's probably around 60 plus movies that we talk about, but we made pretty good time on the episode, and we hope you guys enjoy listening. And as always, of course, we start off with some other topics and end with our listener questions. If you're listening on Spotify, keep in mind that we have the poll in the episode description, as well as timestamps if you want to jump to a certain point, avoid spoilers. And keep an eye out for our link tree to where you can find the links to both me and Liam's different social medias and all that. Also, like I mentioned on the last couple episodes, we do now have a Patreon, which has been a pretty big step for us as a podcast, and we would of course appreciate any support whatsoever. So we do appreciate any support. It really keeps us motivated and keeps us going, and we want to improve the show in any possible way that we can. We'd also appreciate if you just took the 2 seconds to rate the podcast. It would really mean a lot. And lastly, started off with a bit of technical difficulties on this episode. It's all on my part. Basically, Liam and I were recording, and I realized that my recording program was not recording, and we were talking for about 17 minutes. So not a very fun way to start off the episode, but we made it work within the episode. Just wanted you to know for context at the beginning. We figured it out. But anyway, hope that you guys enjoy, and let's get into the episode. Woo woo. Alright, guys, so that was...
Oh my god.
For those... we just
They won't know. Like
I know they won't know, but like...
This will be the start of the episode again.
Yeah.
Unless you do it in the disclaimer and talk about it.
I know, but I'll just say it here. We were recording for 17 minutes, and then I realized my recording program was not actually recording, and I'm just like, oh my god, thank god I noticed it 17 minutes in and not 2 hours in, I guess, or whatever. But
imagine we did the whole episode. Oh my god.
I would have quit everything. I don't know. Like, that's terrible. Shit. Anyway.
Oh my god.
That's too bad, because we had some good reactions.
What should we do though? Because like, I mean, you can mention what we talked about in the disclaimer if you want or something, and then like we could just move straight into the rest of the stuff and forget those topics. But
Are you
I mean,
sure?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you have like the time to be able to go over that stuff again.
I mean, we just won't like go dwell on it too long. I mean, we still got 2 hours right now, like until I have to really stop, to be honest. So
okay.
I mean,
Fuck.
We recently got this sucks. We recently got a Patron, and we got 3 people so far to support, and we appreciate that so much. You have no idea. 2 of you guys donated to a level that will get you for sure shouted out at the beginning and the end. Mm-hmm. One of those is your girl, Leah.
One of those is Julia. Moving pictures. Moving _ pictures on Instagram. Check her out. She's great.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Julia. It really means a lot. And the second donator was Cam A. Dak. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his username right. He goes by Cam. And yeah, he donated to the highest level. So that was really unexpected, but we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Cam.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But should I go over the other shit again, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah, when you donate to $20, you get to come on and chat with us for like a short time at the end of the episode, but we're going to do that on the next episode because that's when Cam will actually be available. You also get to pick a topic or a movie that you want us to talk about, and yeah, we'll do that too. So, yeah. Check it out.
Yes, so thank you so much, everybody. Kath,
Thank you.
The heck, Kath? Donate higher. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you, Kath. You don't have to. I didn't even need you to donate, but I appreciate it. I feel like I was more thankful in the first recording, which sucks, because, like, damn, that was... It's fine.
Like, we have to say now, like, you know, it's not easy to just reiterate the same things we just talked about for 17 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, we can't. I can't like repeat exactly what I said. So yeah. So
oh my god.
Anyway, to replace our opening icebreaker thing, cold open, then we're doing this week in Kanye controversies.
Kanye news.
The Kanye news. What's new with Kanye now?
So in the first recording that we did, I made Quinn aware of this whole situation with Kanye and his like personal trainer. And yeah, if the listeners don't know, I will go over it again. Well, hey.
God.
Fuck me.
I know.
This is so, like, this hasn't happened before,
No.
I don't think. Like, it's only been that you've recorded, like, bad audio somehow.
It's just, yeah,
But,
it
like,
sucks.
Anyway, basically Kanye's personal trainer sent him this message, and Kanye posted it on Twitter, and now this is, like, a bit of a better look into why Kanye's been so, I guess, out there lately. But I'll read off the message that Harley Pasternak sent to Kanye. He said, "I'm going to help you one of a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Playdate with the kids just won't be the same." So this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Basically.
The first time Liam told me, I was very shocked, but now...
Yeah, I wish I had that recording, but I don't.
I know. I wish too. This is rough. My recording program is fucking terrible. But
that was quality content right there.
It was. But anyway, yeah, it's just really sad, but at least explains maybe why Kanye has been acting so crazy.
Yeah, he's been going a bit wild lately, but I mean, that does shine a big light on it, I think. That's definitely a lot of the reason why, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it just made me really sad when I saw it, too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope that things get back to normal for him and he starts putting out good music again and gets better people in his life. I hope.
We definitely had like a lot more to say on it on the first recording, but I mean, we want to like speed run this a bit more because once again Quinn has to go to work right after.
Unfortunately,
so it's like, now we've wasted time.
We've still got a good amount of time left, but yeah,
we've got a good amount of time. We'll be fine. So we can't dwell on it for too long, but yeah, that's the news in the Kanye corner, I guess.
Okay, and then I had a few little things that I was just kind of new with the news or like what I've been into lately, but the first one is I was saying rest in peace to Takeoff. He's one of the rappers from the Migos recently that passed away, and that was very sad.
Who's Takeoff, Quinn?
Oh yeah,
tell me.
Let's just
I have no
wipe
idea.
our memory of that last recording.
I wish we could do like a full memory wipe or something. That'd be great.
I could have used that my entire life. Damn it.
Oh my god.
But
Too much trauma?
Yeah, but anyway, the Migos are a modern, they were, I guess, a rap group that consisted of Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. And even though Takeoff was always kind of the least known out of all those for me, and for a lot of people probably, he was still really good. Like, he was a distinctive voice for the group, and it was really sad when, for the music world in general, it was just sad when he passed away. And the Migos were like, the most accessible introduction into modern rap I had. Like, I just always heard their music at parties, and like my friends listened to them, and like it kind of like eased me into like modern rap, and I was like, okay. After a while it grew on me. And anyway, just very sad and unexpected. Check them out. Still check them out if you haven't.
I will probably. I'm not aware of the group or Takeoff or anything like that, but I'd be interested in checking them out now.
I would check out, like I said, they only really have one like great album for me, and that's, I think it came out in 2017. It's called Culture. Just listen to that, and like there's some pretty good songs on there. Like, it's not a perfect album, but it's got some bangers for sure.
Actually, just to add on to that, like, might as well do a trio of like rap news, I guess, because this is Kanye and then all that stuff, and then this thing. Something that made me a little bit sad quite recently. We're about to get the last Brockhampton album.
Oh,
and
I saw they released a single.
But they released like the album cover and everything, and they said the date that it's coming out, but that's gonna be the last one.
Oh,
I'm gonna miss them.
That's sad.
I'm gonna miss them so much.
I'm gonna miss them too. They were so good. Damn.
I'm glad I'm privileged enough to have seen them live. Like, that was
that would have been
amazing.
That would have been awesome. Did you see him before Amir Van left or after?
After. I believe.
Oh, okay.
I saw them around the time, like right after Ginger came out. So, and I remember them performing No Halo while I was like really high, and that song just like blew my mind, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to cry."
Damn.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's
such a good song.
I'm excited, but also sad about it. Their new album. They were just such an amazing like group.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to split up.
It seems
Come
like
on.
all the good. I don't know. All the good rap groups are just splitting up, and it's sad. But
Maybe it is just one of those things where it's like, might as well quit while we're ahead,
That's
like
true.
rather than making more and all that stuff. But they'll still be like looked back on, because of that, I think.
for sure.
Because of the fact that they stopped.
Yeah, their music's always going to be there, so that's good. There's a lot of stuff to go back to.
Yeah, and there's really nothing like bad that they've brought out. Like there's stuff that isn't like quite that good. Like All American
Yeah, I was
Trash,
about to
don't think
say.
is that great.
Yeah, that's the only
Saturation
thing.
2 I'm not a big fan of, but they've always brought out good stuff at least.
For sure. Yeah, they've never put out a bad album, and yeah, I'll still be listening to them long after they split up, I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
I guess I actually have one more thing rap related, so it's a quadruple rap news thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which most people are gonna be like, whatever, but
We're just rap boys now, like the Kanye episode.
yeah. Basically, 2 days ago, Drake and 21 Savage dropped their collab album, Her Loss, and I've been listening to it, and as a Drake fanboy, then I really like it. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, but I just wanted to say that. I've been really into that lately. It's always a big deal for me whenever Drake drops a new album, so...
I did listen to his first.
Oh,
did you see that?
his first, which album?
His first mixtape. It's called Room for Improvement.
Okay.
Because I go in order.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'll get to the other stuff eventually, but
Even I
yeah,
haven't
it's
really heard all
really
that.
fucking bad.
Yeah, I know.
It is really bad.
No, I agree that for me, as somebody who like unapologetically loves everything he does, like anything Drake puts out at this point, I'm gonna love. But like, I do think everything before his 2011 album Take Care is not good. Everything before it,
Yeah.
I just don't. It sounds dated. It sounds cheesy. I don't like it. But everything from Take Care and after, I fucking love.
I do definitely expect like it to get better as it goes on. Like I don't know how it couldn't, honestly, because that album was really fucking terrible. But like I look forward to checking out more Drake. I really do, because I want to see how he grows.
Yeah, he grows as an artist for sure. I think you will like a lot of songs on Take Care because there's like some really deep in your feels type songs. Hey, maybe someday if you finish all Drake's albums, we can do an episode on him, rank the albums. I would love that. I mean,
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I would really,
I'd love to do that.
But that might not be for a while because you probably have a lot to listen to. Yeah. Anyway, the last thing I had was also 2 days ago. Last Friday, not this. It was 2 Fridays ago, whatever. Then I've finally gotten kind of back into playing video games because Modern Warfare 2 dropped their multiplayer, and like I've always grown up playing Call of Duty multiplayer. It was like a big thing for me, and like finally one came along again that is actually good, and I've just been kind of playing that. Sorry, Apex is gonna have to take a back seat for a bit because like
Hey,
this
that's
game
totally
I've been
fine.
into. So
I mean, if we're doing video game talk, I don't want. We can't dwell on too much like subtopics right now. But like, yeah, the new Apex season just dropped, and I have a lot to say about that, but I don't want to get into all of it now.
Yeah.
It's just like the new legend is trans. Okay.
Oh,
Totally fine with that. But
I don't know why I said
they-
by the way, I don't know why I said like it's a bad thing. Listeners, I was not like I don't know why I said that. I was like, oh yeah, that could open up controversy for some people. That's totally fine. I'm fine with them.
No,
being that way.
it isn't a problem for me because like, Bloodhound is apparently non-binary, Fuse is apparently like pansexual or whatever. Like whatever, I don't care. That's fine. But it's just the way they like set it all up and the way they marketed it felt like it was just so pandering, and I was like, man, why? Like there is nothing interesting about the new legend at all. Like as a character, she's just the most bland fucking thing ever. And it's like, why am I meant to care about this person? And her abilities aren't the best, honestly. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing right now. But we do have a new map, and the new map is cool. That's about it, though.
I had this really bad joke. joke. I don't even know if I want to say it. Like, Was is there? I was gonna joke and say like, is there new ability to switch the enemy's team onto your team? Because you know,
Oh my god.
I don't know. That'd
like
be a cool, like, just for like 10 seconds, like switch them over to your team to where they can't kill you, but they can kill their own team. I don't know why they would want to do that though.
I don't think that would work.
That wouldn't work. It's a weird
I'm
idea.
thinking about it and I'm like, how could that work? No, wait, it wouldn't.
No, not at all. Oh, well, that's all I had. So, yeah, we do have... It has been a couple episodes since we've caught up on what we've been watching, and I've been watching way too much. I've been watching too much.
This episode is going to be named, like, after you. It's going to be, like, Quinn's Halloween
Quinn's
Bonanza,
spooky,
like I said.
spooky extravaganza or something.
Yes.
I need to remember, too, like, I think the last movie I probably talked about was Pearl, because, like, that was, like...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was. I've screenshotted my watches. There are not anywhere near as many as yours, so I think this time around you're probably gonna have to go like 5 and then one of mine and then 5 and then one of mine again. Jeez. Like you watched so many fucking movies.
That's true, but
holy shit.
Yeah, I know. And normally like I don't watch this much in this short amount of time, but it was my favorite time of the year. It was October, to where like it gets me in the Halloween mood, and like I love horror movies, and like it gives me a reason to binge a bunch of horror movies. So anytime I wasn't working, I was like, well, I feel like watching a horror movie. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff, but like a lot of these I might not have a whole lot to say about, so it's totally fine. But
I would hope so, because like, otherwise the episode could go on for years.
Yeah, it'll go on forever. I didn't even count up how many movies I have, but it's well over 40. It might even be like
I think it's around 50.
It's got to be at this point around 50, because like even last night I watched a movie, and like every day I've been watching movies.
Yeah, I just kept glancing at like the whole list, like as you were going, and I'm like, God, this episode's gonna be forever.
I'm not gonna lie, every time I posted on Instagram, I was kind of afraid, because I was like, I don't want to keep scaring Liam that I'm watching all these. Like every time I start watching a movie, I'll put it on Instagram what I'm watching.
As long as you're having fun, it's fine.
I mean, I'm just glad I've been back in the movie mood, like at least, because I go in and out of it. But
all right, get going.
All right, so the first movie I watched since the last time, it's this little short kind of like tech horror movie called We're All Going to the World's Fair. It came out in 2021. Really low budget. It's kind of like a lot of it's set on like a webcam screen, which usually I hate those types of movies, but it was surprisingly good. It reminded me a lot of like Paranormal Activity and like the way things were done. 4 out of 5. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but it's on HBO, I guess, for those who would want to check that out.
Nice.
Okay, then the next one I had was Red Eye, directed by Wes Craven. It's starring...
Is that the one with Cillian Murphy?
Yeah, which is like why I was so excited to watch it, because he is in like my top 5 actors probably. So he plays a bad guy, which you don't see often, so that was cool. And yeah, it was just a cool little contained thriller on a plane, so it was kind of cool. I also gave it a 4 out of 5. After that, then in theaters, I watched Don't Worry Darling, which I haven't even reviewed.
Still haven't seen that.
Yeah, and I haven't even reviewed it or talked about it really, but now it's starting to almost feel like it's too late, because it was in September. But yeah, I thought it was pretty bad in my opinion.
Do you know how long I take to rate movies or review them?
Well,
like,
you're much
can take
more
as long as you like.
True, but like I feel like you think more into it, or like take your time more just with that type of stuff.
No, but even then, like if I write something out, it takes me so long to actually film the review or whatever.
True.
So it's like
true.
I take forever all the time. So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'd still like to hear your thoughts on it, because I haven't seen it and I want to know what it's like.
That's true. Maybe I'll do like a 2022, like every movie I saw in 2022, quickly talking about, and then I'll say. But like, yeah, I don't know. I gave it a, what is that? That's like a 3 out of 10. Damn. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5. I thought it was just, I don't even know what words to put into it. I just wasn't interested in anything happening. Harry Styles was not very good. The plot was really just like thin, not much going on, and I don't have much to say about it. I didn't like it.
It looks like shit. I have like no interest in it, honestly.
Yeah, I had no interest either, but I got to see it for free because it came to our theater. So like even for free, I seriously felt like walking out. I was like, I'm so bored that I could be doing something better. Like I've only walked out of one movie in my life, and that would have been the second one if I did. But yeah.
Which movie have you walked out?
Oh, I walked out on I think it came out in 2015. It was this like all female cast comedy called Rough Night, and it was the cringiest shit I've ever seen. Yeah.
You walked out of that? I haven't seen it, but
with Scarlett Johansson and like other people in it. I forgot who.
I've never walked out in a movie. I stick it through to the end so that I can have like the best opinion about it and go in.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think I was kind of like, it wasn't like fully my choice because like I saw it with a group of 2 other friends, and one of the other friends, he said like, I'm going to the bathroom, and then he went and left, and he'd never came back, and so we messaged him. We're like, where are you? And he's like, I went into the movie in the next theater. And we're like, well, fuck. So he walked out, and we're like, well, we should probably go in and follow him. So
did you ever like back in the day and stuff, like when you were a kid or whatever, go into like different movies or whatever, like try and sneak in and stuff?
No, I never did that. That was like the only time I ever did that, honestly, was with this one.
I haven't seen like Insidious or anything, but like I snuck into Insidious 2 with some like girl, and this girl I was, I think, off and on with or whatever. I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but we had some sort of thing going on. But it was like her and her friends and stuff, and we all just snuck into Insidious 2, and I like just watched it, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but okay. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you haven't seen the first one, then that probably didn't help. But
crazy days.
Yeah. The next movie I saw was, I watched, I wanted to complete Rob Zombie's filmography, so I watched The Munsters. It's like a prequel to the 1960s sitcom The Munsters, which I never really watched, and I was fully expecting this to be like bad, but surprisingly I liked it. Like I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Movie? I did. I finally liked a Rob Zombie movie.
I've heard you talking about him being just a pervert or whatever. I haven't seen any of his movies, but
he's like a sexual deviant. But I mean, this guy. But because all of his movies are just consists of like perverted white trash doing like the most like violent, like just like stupid things, and that's all it is. And this
sounds
one,
like my kind of movie,
right? But like this one was his first one that was like family friendly, and I was surprised. I was surprised at how funny it was at times. It's kind of like cringe humor, but like it was actually funny. And the characters are likable. It was just a nice, feel-good, laid-back Halloween movie.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's unironically his best movie, The Munsters, but I'm probably alone in that. Yeah, so then the next one I watched, 2017, this movie called Revenge. First time ever seeing it. It was solid. I was a bit let down, I'm not gonna lie, because like people kept telling me to check it out.
Yeah,
and
I've heard about that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a rape revenge movie, so like they're definitely not for everybody, but it had some cool moments, but overall it felt like something that honestly could have been done in like 30 minutes as opposed to like however long it was. It did not. It just really was stretching like thin, and like some scenes take so long and take their time to where it does not have to go on this long, and it was kind of losing me. And overall, it was solid. I gave it a 6 out of 10, but it's decent. That's all I really got to say about that one, I guess.
All right, we'll get one of mine in. Julia over Discord showed me Dogs Don't Wear Pants, and I know that you've seen that as well.
Hell yeah, that's a great movie.
It really is. Like, it surprised the hell out of me, because I did not know a single thing about it. I just went in totally blind, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. I actually almost threw up at like certain points. Like seriously, like I retched so fucking hard at some scenes. Like, oh my god, it was mainly the tooth scene. The tooth scene
that was pretty
fucked up. Oh my god, like as someone who has like struggled with so much tooth pain, like oh my god, that hit me in a weird way, and I was like, no, oh my god, no.
Yeah, that was rough.
But it's a great movie. It's actually such a great movie. I might do a full review on it. We'll see.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise to me too. I think I checked it out because yeah, a year or two ago, she also recommended it to me. She was the only person I heard talking about it, and so I watched it. And yeah, I think I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Like, it's so good.
It is surprising that it's like not as well known, because it feels like it falls into those same type of movies, like, I don't know, Raw or whatever, or something like that. Like, it's just really fucked up, but like really sincere in the same time. It's
Exactly.
It's great.
It's like got your shock value stuff, but it has like actual meaning behind it too. Like, it has like a heart to the movie, and it's just
not there for the sake of it. It really
exactly, yeah. Like, it's all there for a reason. And yeah, that one I could totally rewatch, honestly, because it has been a couple years since I've seen it. But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
The next two, I'll lump these two movies together because the next two I watched was Rec 1 and Rec 2 back to back.
Ooh, yeah, you watched Rec 1.
Yeah. Which Rec 1...
I haven't seen Rec 2, so yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, obviously, I won't spoil much of these, but like, Rec 1, great movie. It was just like, I don't know, it was like a well done found footage movie, because a lot of found footage movies just can get really obnoxious for me.
Yeah, that is like one of the few where it does it really well.
Exactly, yeah. Like, it feels so real, because at first it's like, a news report on just like some boring stuff, like a firefighter's whatever, like, life. And then like it just slowly gets worse and worse, and like, it gives them a reason to keep filming, because in a lot of found footage movies you're like, why wouldn't the person just stop filming and run away or some shit, Yeah. But this gives a reason as to why they would keep filming, because they're a news crew. It was just really well done. Like, I mean, yeah, it was a great movie.
Every time I think of like great found footage, I just think of Rec and Cloverfield, because they are both just so good at that.
And let's not forget Creep.
Oh my god, how did I... Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god,
Creep
I love Creep.
Creep is still the best. Creep 1 and 2 are still the best found footage movies I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Like, they really are.
Seriously.
I cannot wait for the third one.
It's crazy, but Keelan, he really does not like Creep 1 at all. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not like this? He likes Creep 2, but I'm like, what the fuck? Creep 1 is great.
Creep 2 is, I think, the way better movie also, but Creep 1 is also great. Like, I like both.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Creep 1 has a lot of like sort of value to me, because like the first time I saw it, I was just so shocked by it, and I didn't like know anything about it beforehand, and I loved everything about it. Everything. Yeah. But Creep 2 is like, I will admit, it's probably objectively better. Yeah. I love them both so much. They're both 5 stars for me.
Yeah, they are just like some of the best found footage movies for sure. But Rec 2 was not as good as the first. It was okay. It kind of just felt like they were just kind of continuing. Like, I like how it picks up right after the first movie. Like, that's not spoiling it, but it picks up right after the first movie. Does it? Yeah, and you're following like the SWAT team that goes into the same exact building. So like, that's kind of cool. The whole thing, though, I mean, it kind of feels like a video game, because it's like you're watching the first person like camera footage of like the SWAT guy, and it's like, it's kind of cool. Yeah, and he's like shooting them, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know what about it kind of just like fell flat for me. Like, the story gets a bit weird. I'm not gonna say why, because it probably is spoiling it, but there's an element.
So it's not quite as good as the first.
Not to me, but some other people might think it's as good, for all I know. But yeah, it's still solid, still worth watching. Like, it's a good double feature because it picks up right after the first one. But yeah, 3 out of 5. So it was solid. I'd still recommend it.
Yeah, I'll check it out at some point.
I guess I can count this, but I rewatched The Munsters right after that. I rewatched it.
We always count rewatches, that's okay.
Yeah, but the first time I saw The Munsters, it was a long day after work. I was kind of tired, and like I needed something just like to throw on in the background, and I poured myself a drink. So I wasn't like fully watching or like aware, but this time I wanted to watch it focused in, sober, completely sober, to like see, is this actually good? And it was. So like, yeah, I still had fun with it. So still 3.5 out of 5. Then I watched, and I know you had a bad experience with this movie as well, but I still enjoyed the movie. But I went to the theater and saw Smile.
Yeah, I did.
Which is fucking crazy, because apparently, like, you and I had the same theater experience, because I also had kids.
Really?
Yeah, I also had kids running around the theater.
Oh my
and being loud and annoying and obnoxious, and like multiple people went out to complain about him.
Was this in the like theater in your town?
No, this was when I went back to visit my family in my hometown, and I actually went with my mom to go see this. Hi, Mom, I'm sure you're listening.
Has she been listening?
She has been listening. Yeah, she has been listening.
Oh God, she's gonna hear you read out Kanye lyrics soon.
I know she will, and I'm dreading it. I'm dreading. Probably gonna hear about that at Thanksgiving dinner.
Give her a nice recap. Do the lyrics again.
Yeah, I saw this in theaters with my mom, and it was, apart from the bad theater experience, I thought it was a great movie. Like, just for me, like. I reviewed it on Instagram and all that, but like basically the story's really familiar. It's predictable. It's nothing new for horror, but like it was just a nice little horror movie with some cool visuals and cool sequences to watch in the theater during Halloween time. So it just overall, I really liked it. So 4 out of 5, but it's not like an amazing movie, but yeah. Then I watched The Dead Zone, which is by David Cronenberg. It was based off a Stephen King book. Surprisingly, I liked it. Yeah, I did not expect to like this as much as I did, but Christopher Walken, I love Christopher Walken. It's about this guy that like he gets into an accident and then he just like develops this ability to like whoever he touches, he can like see their future or their past or something about them. And it was just really interesting, movie. It was just a nice fall feeling movie that had a lot to do with it, I guess. And yeah, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it.
I don't remember hearing about it.
Yeah, it's not like one of his most known movies, but like it's still worth watching for sure.
Well, I rewatched a movie. I watched it again over Discord with Julia. I showed her Shrek Retold. And look, I mean, I know how this movie like sounds to people or whatever, but it is just like I don't ever recall laughing as much as I do at this movie. Like it's so fucking funny. You have no idea how fucking funny it is. Like
So what is this?
It is literally just like, okay, for people who don't know, it's like I'm pretty sure like around over 200 people came together to like recreate like scenes from Shrek, and they put it all together in this one movie basically. So everyone's like allotted like a certain scene or something, and then they remake it, and then they put it all together. So it's like all these animated live action weird 3D sequences and stuff like all thrown together to make the story of the first Shrek movie. And it's like it is so fucking funny, and it's so good. Like it has like such a heart to it as well, just because of the fact that so many people like came together and made this thing, and it's like it has this really beautiful quality to it for some reason because of that, but it's so dumb and it's hilarious. Like you have to watch it at some point. You will laugh so hard.
That is a cool idea, I guess. Yeah, because it is such a loved movie.
It's great. I mean, rewatching it, 5 stars. I absolutely love that movie so much. Like there's literally like you never know if you're going to get something that's just like a dumb 2D animation, a 3D animation, people's faces superimposed over the actual movie Shrek. Like it's so crazy. And there's like crazy. There's one sequence as well with like genuinely good acting and cinematography. And it's like, what the fuck is this? It's so crazy, but it's such a good movie. Wow. Oh my god, I love it.
That sounds, really interesting. I'll have to remember it.
And Julia watched it. She gave it 5 stars as well. So
I think I saw, both of you really liked it. Yeah, so the next one. I watch these movies every October, so it's like a tradition for me, but I rewatched both Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 back to back. Halloween 5 is known to be one of the worst Halloween movies, but I still like it. Halloween 4 is genuinely like the best Halloween sequel in my opinion. It's almost like a soft reboot of the first movie. It's just really fun. It's crazy.
I'd figured that you'd say like you started off like with watching the first or whatever every Halloween, but you watched like 4 and 5.
Yeah, it's really weird how I do it because like I usually put on 4 and 5 on in the background while I do other stuff just because it gets me in the Halloween mood. And then on Halloween day, like actual Halloween day, I rewatch the original. But it's kind of sad because this year I just didn't get around to rewatching the original. I just for some reason didn't feel like it. Not that I feel like I've seen it enough times at this point to where I don't need to. But no, Halloween 4 and 5 are just fun movies to put on in the background because like they're so cheesy, they're so campy. I like both of them almost equally. But like I said, Halloween 4 is objectively a good sequel. Halloween 5 is objectively a bad movie, but I still like it. But yeah. Anyway, I gave 4 out of 5 for Halloween 4 and a 3.5 for Halloween 5. So yeah.
Maybe at some point we'll have to like do a full Halloween episode where I actually watch all of them or something like
God.
that. But like, God, it feels like such an investment. You know,
it's a big investment because like there's at this point there is 13 movies. 13 or 14 Halloween movies, one of the two. I think it's maybe 13 to be fair. But yeah, if you're counting from the original up until literally like the latest one, then that's how many. But
I've only seen the first, and I don't even like that very much. So
you might, who knows? Maybe you'd have fun with like Halloween 4 or something.
I'm sure I'd find fun in them, yeah. But it's just,
yeah,
it feels like such an investment to go for all of that.
It's a lot for sure. And then after that, I watched, this is like a cult classic type of slasher movie. Like a lot of people in the horror community really love this one. So I was going in with high expectations, but I just did not really like it that much. And it's called Sleepaway Camp. There's just like this big twist at the end. I'm not gonna say what it is, but like for those who've seen it, you know. And I just didn't like the twist. I thought it was really cheesy and underwhelming, and like I kind of saw it coming, and there's nothing really special about it. This whole movie, it just felt like an average slasher movie. And to be honest, every character in the movie is just kind of a piece of shit. Like they're so unlikable, every character, and they're all like kids at this camp, and they're just terrible characters. So I gave it a 2 out of 5. It's mediocre, but you can do a lot worse, I guess. Yeah, that was disappointing. And then this next one, actually, I was wrong. The Munsters was not the last Rob Zombie movie I had to watch, but this was the last Rob Zombie movie I had to watch, called 3 from Hell. It's part of his like Firefly trilogy, or his trilogy with House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and then this. And yeah, this was not a good movie. I mean, go figure. Just every complaint I had about Rob Zombie in the past applies to this. Just nonstop white trash, just like being perverted and vulgar and just like fucking overly edgy. That's all it is. And it's not even that interesting. So like I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. It had fun moments here and there, but it just felt like your average Rob Zombie movie. Then my 5th one was The Fly. I finally watched The Fly for the first time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It took me forever to get around to this.
Was it good?
It was really good. Yeah. I can see why it's David Cronenberg's, like, people say it's probably his best movie. It's not my favorite. I could see why it is probably his best movie, but it's not my favorite. But I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Your favorite's Cosmopolis.
Yeah, my favorite is probably everybody's fucking least favorite, to be honest. I can't wait for you to watch
Pattinson's American
Cosmopolis.
Psycho.
That's literally what it felt like. Yeah, it was a great movie. Like really gross sequences, which I guess is what he's known for. But it's not gross just for the sake of being gross. Like, it's there for a reason, so that's good, I guess. I watched it with Chandra because, like, David Cronenberg is her favorite director. Is it? No, it's in, like, her top 5, and she's never seen The Fly. So I'm like, how's he? Yeah, I'm like, how is he one of your favorites if you've never even seen The Fly? But anyway, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's 2 Nicholas Winding Refn movies I haven't seen, but he's still one of my favorites.
True, yeah. But I mean, the fact that this is like everyone's like The Fly, like that's his most known movie.
Yeah,
that'd be like saying Kubrick is my favorite director, but I've never seen The Shining, or like something like that.
Get it together, Chandra. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, anyway, we both liked it. I think I liked it even more than her, actually. But yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Really good.
The next movie I watched was OG. It's a movie from 2018 with Jeffrey Wright. It's like very lesser known. Like it doesn't even have like a banner thing on Letterboxd or whatever. It's like not a lot of people know it at all. I'm surprised I found it on a streaming service over here actually. But yeah, it's just a movie about like a guy in jail, and he's about to get out after like nearly 30 years or something like that. And there's just a lot of emotions going on and all that shit. And it's like a good little drama. It's nothing too special. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's okay. I think Jeffrey Wright really carries it because he's just such a great actor. Like, that's the main reason I wanted to watch it, just because I love Jeffrey Wright whenever I see him. But yeah, the director was like, that's like a whole other thing. I think that's the reason why the movie isn't quite so popular, is because the director is like, she's in a family. The family is responsible for a lot of like opioid epidemic type stuff, because they're like the people who like developed different types of drugs or something like that, and it became like a big like thing with addiction and all that shit, and she's within that family, but she made a movie for some reason.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like because of that, maybe this was just like a stunt to try and make her give herself a better name or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. But with that knowledge, it makes the movie just feel like, is this sincere? Like, I don't know. But it's like, it really is carried by Jeffrey Wright. He does a great job. He's just a great actor. But
he is.
It's not too special.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but Jeffrey Wright is awesome for sure.
If you're gonna watch it for him. Like, he's just great. I probably would.
Yeah, he really is great. Yeah, the next one, this was actually the same night that I watched The Fly. Me and Chandra did like a double feature. We watched that, and then we watched the 2022 Hellraiser that just came out. What a letdown, honestly. Hellraiser, the first one, I love it. It's like a 4.5 out of 5. It's just a classic horror movie. Even its sequel, Hellraiser 2, is good. So like, I was hyped for this new one, and it just was not what I wanted for everything, from the story to the characters to the pace to just like everything about it was really underwhelming. Just not what I expected. And it still had some cool moments, cool visuals, but overall 2.5 out of 5. I was just pretty let down. It's average.
I do want to watch the original at some point. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, the original is really cool. Like, even just for its practical effects, like, I mean, you just have to like appreciate like the technical stuff about it is so cool. But yeah. And then the next one I watched was, this is it's also kind of like a cult horror movie, to where like only really like big horror fans like talk about this. I don't see anybody else talking about it, but it came out in 1982. It's called Basket Case. And the premise is, I'll read you the premise, and like, all right, so a young man carrying a big basket that contains his deformed Siamese twin brother seeks vengeance on the doctors who separated them against their will. So this guy, the whole movie, so the whole movie, this guy is carrying around this big basket, and you don't know what's in it, and you don't know why, but you come to learn that it's like this little deformed like blob of a guy with like arms and like a face, and it's like all practical effects because 1982. So like, it's just,
this came out in 1982. That's so wacky.
It is wacky. Shit. It's like, it's just a full-on campy, fun B movie though, to where like it knows what it is and it has like fun with it, and it's like, it's a fun movie, and it's just crazy. And
I like that. That sounds awesome.
It is awesome. Like I could see myself like loving it even more on rewatch, to be honest, because I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It's like, I mean, it's nothing amazing, but it's really fun. And there's like multiple sequels for some reason. There's like Basket Case 2, 3.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I don't know what they do with the sequels, but I kind of want to watch them now. But it's hilarious. Yeah, you should. Yeah, it's just, this movie's hilarious. Like, there's so many funny moments, and it's basically, it's honestly, it's almost like Malignant. You saw Malignant, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like Malignant took ideas from this movie. I'm not even kidding, because the basic premise is like these two people that are like, oh yeah, shit.
Spoilers for Malignant, like he said.
I mean, it's like their sibling that's deformed and like attached to them, like seeking vengeance on, well, I guess no, in Malignant it's literally like a tumor or something, isn't it? I don't remember, but
yeah.
Anyway, it's that like deformed creature thing taking vengeance on like the doctors that like basically did them wrong. So like a lot of people have been comparing it to that. It is really wacky though. It's hilarious. It's wacky. So yeah, it's worth a watch. And then after that, I watched, this movie's called All Hallows Eve. It came out in 2013. I'm sure you've heard of the Terrifier movie at this point with the clown.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I keep seeing it posted. I have no idea what it is, but
yeah. So this movie, it's by that same director, but this was like his first movie, I think. It's like an anthology it's a little anthology thing with a bunch of little different horror stories in it. And this was basically Art the Clown's, like that character, his introduction. So this is the first time you ever see him, and it was decent. This movie was just decent. It's really cheesy. The acting's not that good. The story's just not really there, but like it had some creepy moments, some honestly creepy moments. So I gave it a 3 out of 5. I was actually a rewatch because I saw it years and years ago and I didn't remember anything about it. But anyway, I kind of double featured it because I watched that and then rewatched the first Terrifier right after it. And the first Terrifier I loved on rewatch. Like I was like, this is way better than I remember because there's not much to it. It's literally a creepy clown going around stalking people and killing them basically. But like, it's done in a really throwback kind of like old school grindhouse type slasher feel. And it's like, it's just really cool the way it's done. Art the Clown is really creepy. It's just a fun one to throw on during Halloween time. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
And yeah, I cannot wait to watch the sequel. I can't wait because I heard it's actually good. By the way, I'm so excited about Terrifier 2 because this is the first time because you keep hearing about people fainting and vomiting in the theater. Like people are genuinely like having ambulances called because of this movie. And I can't wait because of that. The only other time I heard about that happening was for the original Exorcist in like the 70s. People were having that happen. And I was like, I didn't think that could happen today still, because I thought people were so like desensitized to everything at this point, you know, like we've seen it all.
I mean, an ambulance should have been called for me for Titan, but no
True.
one came. So, you know.
That's true.
And also, like, I mean, Irreversible, I don't know if you know about like the premiere of that. Like that was fucking wild.
Oh,
people fainting left and fucking right. Like it was crazy.
Damn. Yeah, I figured there'd be like reactions for that. I guess I'm sure it happens every now and then, but
people react differently to different things and all that. It's, you know,
they do, but it's
you
just
can definitely still have those type of reactions
for sure. But it's just like it's weird how like apparently this has been happening around multiple different like screenings, like to where it's like not just one thing, to where like I don't know what they could put in the movie that is more shock, like because there's a scene in Terrifier 1, I won't spoil it in case you ever watch it, but like to where Art the Clown does something to this person that is so fucked up that like it makes you kind of sick, and like it got it, I'm sure that's what got it its not rating. So like I'm like, how can they top that? Like how can they get worse?
Maybe the director is like going around and like sniping people with tranquilizers or something. Could be something like that.
Maybe, but it's great marketing for the movie, honestly. People are like having such strong reactions to this, so I can't wait. I hope
you're okay. Don't.
Oh, I'll be fine. I honestly, just a side note, if there's anything I won't be fine for, have you heard of the movie A Serbian Film?
Oh yeah.
I randomly ordered it on Blu-ray because I'm like, yeah, because
I always hear about that and Salo like going together as like a double feature. It's
oh my god, as like the worst movies ever. Like not worst in terms of being bad, but like in terms of just the most fucked up movies you could ever watch. And I don't know why I did it, but I'm waiting for the right night. I don't know what the right night would be, but I'm waiting for a night to watch it. And I'm honestly kind of scared. I just felt gross even holding the Blu-ray. Even holding the Blu-ray, I kind of felt like I just need to wash my hands right now. So,
my god,
I'm honestly kind of scared.
Has there been any time where you've had like some crazy reaction to a movie like that, similar to how I did with Titan or whatever?
The only last one, really. I've never like fainted or anything or passed out or like felt like I was gonna throw up. Well, I guess. The last time I
watched
Irreversible,
I sort of threw up like halfway through,
actually,
and then I continued. Yeah.
I mean, surprisingly, I didn't feel that way with Reversible, but the last time that I rewatched Requiem for a Dream, then I honestly felt like sick after it. So like my rewatch of Requiem for a Dream was the last thing to really strongly affect me. So. It doesn't happen often.
I think it was because I watched Irreversible when I was like 14 years old, something like that.
Oh my god.
I was not ready for it.
That's pretty, that's
maybe 15. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, in that case, no, but like that's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, but anyway, I just know after I watch a Serbian film, everything's gonna look tame to me. Like Terrifier 2, Art the Clown killing people in fucked up ways. I'll be like, whatever. I've seen.
What
a
about
Serbian
Solo?
film.
What about when you watch Solo? That's
True,
like...
but I think on paper, what I've read about Solo and what I've read about a Serbian film, the stuff that they include in the Serbian film is way worse than what they include in Solo. Solo just sounds gross, but a Serbian film sounds like, I mean, this director's going to hell or something. Like the stuff he puts in the movie. I don't even want to say it on the podcast, but it is like
one that I do have to watch that I think would be like within that group or whatever is Martyrs. Have you seen that?
Oh, I have not, but I really want to.
I do want to watch that because apparently that is also really just fucking... Oh.
And apparently, I know I'm keep going on about this movie. I haven't even watched it yet, but like, it kind of makes sense why this movie exists, because apparently this movie was like a response from the director to like the Serbian government, because at the time the Serbian country was like over censoring a lot of things and like being like unjust with all the censoring, and so this was this director's response to the government, like, well, I'm gonna make the most fucked up movie ever because you're doing all the censoring. So like, it makes sense, but it still, I doubt it makes it a good movie. So anyway, yeah,
I guess we'll see.
We'll see. I guess probably on the next time we catch up on movies, you'll see how I felt about it. But
yeah, I hope you live through it.
I hope. I don't know if I'm gonna be the same person afterwards. I don't know, but I started watching through the Friday the 13th recently because I own all of the movies for some reason, so I kind of just wanted to get through them. So I watched Friday the 13th Part 3. Totally average movie, nothing much to say about it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's just your average slasher movie. It's there's nothing to it, honestly. It's just Jason killing people, so.
Fair enough. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, that's a good timing because I probably should too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I guess it's my turn. So I rewatched Neighbors. Like it's called like Neighbors or Bad Neighbors or whatever. There's like 2 different names for it for some reason. I rewatched that while I was like really drunk, and I don't know why. I was just like, I want that kind of super bad type feel, but I don't want super bad because I feel like that'll make me emotional because I love super bad so much. But I just watched that for some fucking reason, and like
it's okay.
It knows what it is. It's just dumb and goofy and whatever. And yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10 on rewatch. That's probably quite generous, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the most annoying part is Seth Rogen. I think he's just really fucking annoying in that movie.
Yeah, he can be, and depending on the movie. It's an average comedy to me too. Like, it's pretty funny.
The milking scene was fucking terrible. I hated that.
Oh god, yeah, I think I remember that. Neighbors 2 is not very good either. I've seen Neighbors 2.
I haven't seen that one, but yeah.
It's the same thing, except instead of a fraternity next door, it's like a sorority, so it's, girls.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
I probably won't watch it, but yeah.
I rewatched, because I was rewatching this for an Instagram event that I was doing about 70s horror, well, that I participated in, but I rewatched The Last House on the Left, 1972. It was Wes Craven's directorial debut. Got a bit better on rewatch. It's yet another rape revenge movie, one of like the first of its kind. So I mean, pretty rough. I mean, like in some spots, like it really low budget and just kind of like, it's an exploitation movie. But in terms of like influential horror, it was pretty good. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. But to be honest, it's like tame compared to a lot of stuff now, or like stuff in that genre that I've seen. Like, I thought it was going to be really upsetting, but like it was like not a whole lot shown, and still pretty good. Then I watched, for the first time, this 2022 movie called Fresh. A nice surprise. It's got Sebastian Stan, and I can't remember the other actress's name, but yeah, that was a great movie. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I don't want to say much about the plot because honestly, it's even getting into it kind of spoils stuff, but I just
I'll watch it sometime.
It's definitely worth a watch. It was like fun but messed up at the same time, and like kind of funny but dramatic. Like it was a mix of a lot of things. And then after that, I watched this Hulu movie called Grim Cuddy.
Oh god, I just watched a review from Charlie Critical on that movie, and
Really?
he fucking hated it.
It was a bad movie, very bad movie.
He said he like wanted it to be like really so bad it's good, but it was just incredibly boring apparently. So,
Really? See,
yeah.
I watched it this was when my friend Nick visited me, so like we watched it together, and like watching it like that way was fun, to where like there were moments that we were like making fun of it the whole time, and it made it enjoyable. But realistically, yeah, it's not a good movie. It's so cheesy, and like the design for this character of Grim Cuddy is terrible. Like the when he shows up on screen, the CGI is so bad. He looks so goofy. And so like it was definitely a bad movie. Some parts were so bad it's good for me, but I gave it a 1 out of 5. It was just not good.
But he gave it the same score.
Oh, really?
Well, so yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I don't know too much about it.
Maybe I'll have to watch some of his videos.
Oh yeah, I mean he's just a hero of mine. I fucking love him. I think he's an absolutely amazing dude.
Yeah.
He has some really good opinions on movies. Some terrible opinions. I will give him that. But yeah.
Yeah. I rewatched the 2018 Halloween movie, which got a little better on rewatch because like I only saw it in 2018 when it was in theaters, and I didn't like it just because my expectations were so high, and like I love the first Halloween movie. It got a bit better, like it's still watchable, but there's too much comedy. The kills are okay, the characters are really annoying. It's just not a great movie, so I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Please watch Joe. You need to know good David Gordon Green.
Oh,
like
yeah. No, you're right.
You need to see that movie.
I do need to, because I've only seen from him, I think I've seen this Halloween trilogy and then Pineapple Express, which Pineapple Express is actually kind of fun. Like, I like Pineapple Express, but
I haven't seen that actually.
It's pretty fun, like, just watching.
Just watch Joe for, like, how good his directing is. The acting from Nick Cage and Ty Sheridan, they are great.
I should. Awesome movie. Looks like a good movie. After that, I rewatched Halloween Kills, because I mean I was watching Halloween 2018 and Kills before I went to go see Ends. Halloween Kills also got honestly slightly more tolerable. I'm not going to say it got better, but it got more tolerable because it's still a pointless movie to where nothing with the story really happens, and it feels like it's just Michael Myers just killing people just for the sake of doing it. But it's fine. It's a fine movie to throw on, but it just kind of is annoying with its characters and the reason it exists. So like I still gave it a 1.5 out of 5. It's still a bad movie, I think, but it's weirdly bad, but also like I've seen it 3 times, so like I can watch it. So yeah.
I watched a movie called No Exit from 2022. It's this like sort of little whodunit type thing in like a blizzard or whatever. Like people are taking shelter in this like visitors center, I think. Basically the plot is like a woman that is there like finds a like child like kidnapped in one of the vehicles outside. So she's sort of just like, who the fuck did this? Like basically. Yeah, but it is quite good. It got more like ridiculous as it went on in some parts, because I was just like, I don't know, it seemed so over the top toward the end, and then I was like, what? None of this makes any sense, honestly. But like the brutality that it has toward the end is fucking awesome, and like the thriller vibes it gives off up until then are really good. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think it was like a good movie. It's not perfect, but yeah, I think the main actress should definitely be in more. Definitely, she is like a great up and comer, I think. So yeah, I would recommend it. It's good. You'd probably like it.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
Add it to the watch list.
That's what I always say to people. I'll add it to the watch list. I don't know how many more I'll add it to the watch list I've got left in me.
My watch list is fucking endless. Sometimes I go through it and I'm like, wait, when did I add this fucking thing? What is this?
Exactly, yeah. It's a lot. And then, of course, after watching Halloween Kills, I watched Halloween Ends in the theater. And I really wanted to rewatch this just to fully see if I felt this way. But I went in expecting it to be bad. And I mean, I didn't like it that much. I really didn't. The story is not what it should have been. Like, I don't even really want to say what the story is about, because the trailer makes the movie look like you're going to be watching that type of movie. But then you go in and you're watching a completely different type of movie, and it's like it subverted my expectations, but not in a good way, because like it's not at all what I wanted the story to focus on. So I won't say much about the story at all for those who haven't seen it, but yeah, I mean, We'll see if it's the last Halloween movie. I really doubt it. I'm sure they'll reboot it 10 years down the road because Michael Myers is too big of a character to just put to rest. So, yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween movies are all they're fun to watch for me. Like, I love watching Michael Myers and, like, hearing the music and all that. But, like, the story was just not there for this one. So I gave it a 1 out of 5 because, like, I really wanted to rewatch it.
Do you think it's the worst of that, like, 3 movies?
So far, as of now, it is the worst out of those 3 movies. But that could change if I rewatch it, like I said. But
I was messaging Keelan recently, and he, like, sent me this whole thing where he was like, let me come on and fucking argue with Quinn about how wrong he is about Halloween Ends, because he liked it.
Oh, I know.
Like,
it has
God. I'm like, I'm not gonna be there for that because I don't give a fuck.
It really does have, like, people that like it. I mean,
Julia liked it.
Julie liked it? Yeah. It's split. It's really
I
split.
honestly believe you. I believe you more than anyone, honestly.
Yeah, and this is coming from somebody that, like I said, Halloween franchise is my favorite horror franchise. So, like...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but after that, then I rewatched yet another, speaking of horror franchises that I love. Like, I love the Final Destination movies. They're just really fun movies.
I think I saw like the first 20 or so minutes of the first movie like a long time ago, and I'd never like watched any more of it. But yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah, the first movie is pretty good, but the sequels are like the sequels embrace how crazy these movies can get to where the sequels are so much more fun. So I rewatched the third one. For those who don't know, like every single Final Destination movie, like it just, the main character has this like random vision or like this like feeling of something that's gonna go wrong, and something does go wrong, and then all these people die, and then like there's these survivors to where like death tries to get each of the survivors one at a time, and all the kills are so creative, and it's just like they're just kind of fun, turn your brain off horror movies. But like, yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really do like these movies.
Sounds like a good time. I should probably watch like the first properly at some point.
Yeah, they're fun. They're just really fun. And then I rewatched. It's a horror like masterpiece in my opinion after rewatching it, but The Omen, the original Omen, which came out in 1976. Yeah. I don't know, it's just a really creepy, well done horror movie about like the coming of like the Antichrist, where like this little kid is like basically the Antichrist, and that's what it is. I mean, yet again, like the kills are really creative, like it's just creepy atmosphere, and like I don't know, it's just a horror classic. I love 70s horror. So then I watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil because people kept recommending it to me. Like Chandra recommended it to me, Kath recommended it to me. It was a fun movie. It's a horror comedy. I don't have much to say about it. The characters were funny. Like it's an easy viewing thing, but like nothing like super special. I mean, I don't know. It's fun. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Then this last movie, I took a quick break from horror and I watched, and yet again I watched this with my friend Nick because I knew it would have to be one I would have to like watch with somebody else, otherwise I would completely hate it. And it was the movie based on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. Did you see that? The trailer for that?
I don't know why you watched that. Like I saw that you were about to watch it and I'm like, what, Quinn?
Because,
come on, man.
Well, because I swear this movie looked so bad that it's good. It just looked so bad that it's good.
It looked so bad that it was just bad. Like really bad.
It was really bad. I gave it a 0.5 star, but like
I think part of me having that reaction to you watching it was just jealousy, because I was like, I wish I could watch that with Quinn. That sounds like a fun time.
True. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
damn it.
You could maybe try watching it with Keelan or somebody. I don't know. I would never watch it again. I'll just say
he
I
would
would
not
never
go for that. He would just be so pissed off. Yeah.
It's a terrible movie. Like it's a to be original.
Why does it exist?
Oh god, I don't know what that sound was.
What the fuck was that?
Did you hear that? That was my
Yeah.
I should probably turn off my coffee maker. It's been like going for a while. Hang on. I don't know. My coffee maker just like sounded like made a burning sound. That was weird. But I don't know why it exists. It's just really bad, and I will admit the Johnny Depp actor, the guy portraying Johnny Depp, he has a perfect Johnny Depp voice. Like he in the movie, if you actually
Does he
watch,
though?
no, if you watch the movie, there are scenes to where he'll be talking, and if I close my eyes, I would seriously think it's Johnny Depp talking. So like
A mega pint.
maybe not from the trailer, you could pick that up, but like in the movie,
the trailer made me go, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Yeah, he doesn't really look like Johnny Depp, but he does at times sound just like him. So that was the one accurate good thing about the movie. The Amber Heard actor, she doesn't look like Amber Heard. She doesn't really sound like Amber Heard. Like this literally feels like a weird fan fiction type like shit. Like I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know why it exists, and it's so soon after the trial that it just
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like, why this fucking soon?
Exactly.
If you're gonna make this,
yeah, and it's
like
like
at least have some time to like perfect it or whatever. If you're gonna make something like that,
yeah.
Oh my god.
And not only that, but like there's nothing worth making a biopic about this trial because not much of it is that freaking interesting, to be honest, like for a movie. So like a lot of it was kind of boring, and like they put in all these really cringy internet like videos of people reacting to the trial throughout it, and it was the cringiest shit.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Just like,
it was
just watch the fucking like court shit on YouTube. It's more entertaining.
Exactly.
Probably. Like I watched it like every night at work when it came on. It was fucking awesome.
yeah. So
Oh my god.
yeah,
There's no need to make that into a movie.
Yeah, it was really bad. So it's the worst the worst 2022 movie I've seen. I will say that. So yeah, half
enough.
star.
I rewatched The Green Knight with Chandra and Julia because Julia hadn't seen it, so we all got on Discord and watched it all together. Still a 5-star for me. Still absolutely love it. It was my third favorite of 2021, and it still stays that way. I think rewatching it also helped me sort of solidify that decision, because it's not that I don't like absolutely love it or anything, but it doesn't like have the same like hit when you know what happens. Like, I don't think.
True.
This is my third time watching it, and it was just like, yeah, it's great. It's visually beautiful. The message toward the end just really hits me. It really does, but like it doesn't have that same hit each time. So yeah, I mean, my order is still like 3 The Green Knight, 2 No Time to Die, 1 Titan. So
Yeah.
yeah, that sort of solidified it. But it's still a great movie, I think.
It is. I can't remember how my 2021 movies ranked, but it was definitely in the top 3. It was definitely in the top 3, probably. Like, it got a lot better on rewatch for me, because I think I was super
Yeah, I
tired.
remember you saying the first one you weren't quite as into it.
I was just so tired, yeah, in the theater. Like, I went by myself to the theater, and I just had, like, a long day to where I was, like, it was hard staying awake, and I was like, I definitely will need to rewatch it. So, in terms of David Lowery movies, though, I probably do prefer A Ghost Story. If I'm comparing his movies. Did you see that? You saw it, right?
Yeah, I did. It was my number 1 of 2017. So he's like,
yeah,
he's someone I like, to say the least.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just so weird because like The Green Knight, A Ghost Story, both 5 stars for me. But then in between those movies, there's Pete's Dragon and The Old Man and the Gun, and both of those are just like kind of painfully mid. I'm like.
Yeah.
It's like, it seems like he just makes like an incredible movie every now and then, but then he just makes like a very mid movie every now and then. It's like, what is this guy doing?
See, I've only seen The Green Knight and A Ghost Story, so that's all I have to like look at for him. But
The Old Man and the Gun was supposed to be like a swan song for Robert Redford because he like quit acting.
True.
The funny thing about that is like he did that, right? But then like right after it, Avengers Endgame came out, and he's in that for like 1 scene.
Really? Oh yeah.
Like, oh, this is your swan song. It's
Hey,
like,
both are
oh my
pretty good
God.
swan songs, I guess. I mean,
No, but like just him being in that for 1 scene,
True,
as
it made
opposed
no
to like this
sense.
big emotional movie. It's like, what?
him in one scene in a fucking Marvel movie. Yeah, probably not the
Yeah.
best way to end your career. So yeah, these next 4 movies, I could honestly like. They all just kind of I've binged all 4 in a row, so like they kind of lump together because they're all part of the same franchise. But I watched the 2006 Omen remake, and then I watched the original sequels, Omen 2, 3, and 4. So I watched the whole franchise like in a day. The Omen remake sucks. It is not very good. It's a mediocre movie. Like, there's no reason to remake it. It stars Liev Schreiber, who I really like as an actor, but like...
I really don't like him as an actor.
Oh, really? You don't?
I've never really liked him at all. Like, I mean, I think he's fine in some things, but it's either like fine or bad, and I'm like,
yeah, he was just really miscast as the character he was playing, and like it's a shot for shot remake to where like they just reenact scenes from the original, and it's just like, what's the point of remaking it if you're just gonna do the same thing but not as good? So
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so 2
Make
out
it
of
your
5.
own.
Exactly, yeah. So 2 out of 5 for that. The Omen 2, which came out in 78, that was pretty solid. It was a rewatch actually, but I didn't remember anything from my first time, so I gave that a 3 out of 5. Nothing much to say about that. It's, I don't know. The Omen 3, also a 3 out of 5. Both of those were just average sequels. It's got, Sam Neill, the guy from Jurassic Park. He's the main, he plays,
Sam Neill.
yeah, he plays Damien, the main guy, the Antichrist. Like, he plays him. So he did a really good job at being creepy and like evil, surprisingly.
Have you seen Hunt for the Wilder People?
I have, yeah. That was a good movie, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, he was
I
funny
like
in
him
that.
too.
It's a way different character though, because like if you ever want to see Sam Neill be just like menacing and just like evil, watch Omen 3. Even though it's,
I mean, I want to watch Possession.
oh wait, it's,
I'd like to watch that. He's like the main guy in that.
oh, I didn't know that. Then I ended it with Omen 4, which is honestly one of the worst movies I've probably ever seen. Omen 4.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was so bad because it was like a made for TV thing to where it felt like they just didn't film enough for it, and all these scenes were just kind of put together, and nothing made sense. It was insane. Like, I've never watched anything quite as bad. I don't know how to even explain it. It just barely felt like a movie. So
Yeah.
I gave that a half star. And speaking of half stars, my 5th movie I rewatched for some reason, The Bye Bye Man. Yeah, fucking terrible.
Yeah, I avoided that because I didn't like. I always heard just terrible things about it, so I never watched it.
It's so bad. Like everything about it, it's so cringy and stupid, and like it's just a really bad horror movie. Simple as that. Yeah, so another half star.
All right, I watched Black Adam.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went and saw it in theaters, and it was a lot of fun. I watched it in like the extreme screen one, where like every fucking thing that plays on an extreme screen theater, it just like rumbles the entire theater. So it's like awesome. So yeah,
Damn.
I really felt the power of Black Adam.
It's what drive. It's what power.
And I'll have you know, I bought his skin in Fortnite. So,
Oh, yeah.
rocking the. Can't even say that without laughing.
About his skin. Oh, that's
Fucking hell.
hilarious.
That was a low point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Adam is actually like super fun. Like, I mean, I feel like it just knows what it is and it's really stupid, but it does take itself too seriously sometimes, definitely. But I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I think that like, I mean, I've said to you, like the casting for Dr. Fate with Pierce Brosnan was fucking incredible. He nails that so well. And I actually love Hawkman too. I think he's great. And I think the other two, like in that crew,
they're
whatever.
okay. They're okay, but
I mean, the Deadpool ripoff suit, like,
true.
come on,
Well,
fuck.
yeah, I didn't care too much about the suit like looking a lot like it, but I just felt like him being the comic relief also just added on to like, this just feels like Deadpool mixed with Ant-Man, basically.
I just got so like annoyed, like when he was like, when they were all like walking up to Black Adam to have like a discussion or whatever, and he's like got like a bucket of chicken or whatever. I'm like, wow, funny, he has chicken, hilarious. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
He's just like, but he's like that guy from like all those like love interest type movies or whatever, like the Netflix rom-coms and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I watched The Perfect Date and we talked about that with Keelan and I did like that movie because it was just like enjoyable for some reason, but like,
It's just a
he's
weird
not a good
choice to
actor.
put his, it's just a weird choice to have his Adam Smasher.
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed Pierce Brosnan. I enjoyed Aldous Hodge. Is that his name?
I'm not sure.
The guy who plays Hawkman. And I enjoyed The Rock. I think he was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a role that he's been wanting for so many years. Like, I don't know if you've read up on it.
I didn't
but,
know
like,
that.
He's been trying to get into like the role of Black Adam for over 10 years, like
Damn.
for a long time. So it felt like a passion project for him, and I'm glad he got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a perfect movie, but I did enjoy the shit out of it. Like, it's just really goofy and fun.
It is. I mean, I guess that's one of the next movies. I mean, I might as well add on to that. Like, I did watch that also, and I wanted to have, I did have fun with a lot of parts. I wish I had as much fun as you did, but I think the reason I didn't enjoy it quite as much was like I was expecting some really cheesy, dumb, like almost Morbius level like style, like like
We can't get Morbius.
no,
Morbius
like,
is in a league of its own.
yeah,
Like,
it is.
no.
But like I just feel like you're right. I think it needed to pick a tone because it was either really goofy and
Yeah.
like self-aware, or it was trying really hard to be serious. And like I wanted them to focus more on story and characters, even though as silly as it sounds for like a Black Adam movie, like a lot of it was kind of just the same characters like fighting and then they stop and then they fight again and they stop, and it's like, come on.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so like I was kind of, the fights were fun for a while, but then I kind of got like tired of them. And I still think Black Adam is a fucking cool character. I still love his character, and The Rock is a good choice, and like all his like one-liners were funny and cool and all that.
Yeah,
But
he
like
was enjoyable to watch.
yeah, overall it was an enjoyable time, but like I just don't think it did anything new with the superhero genre. I just feel like it didn't
Oh,
do
definitely
anything.
not.
Right. Like it beat for beat, I knew what was going to happen. I knew what they were going to say. Like the climax was so predictable, everything about it. So I mean, it felt like it's a movie I've seen so many times before. But if I'm watching it for
But I think
just what
that's
it
a lot
is,
of the reason why I like it a bit more than you do, because it's just like it knows what it is and it's just being that. And I kind of enjoyed like how self-aware it was at some points.
True.
But I mean, it definitely could have been a lot better, like no
Mhm.
doubt about that. But it's just I enjoyed the shit out of it. I probably like it like a full star more than you do.
Yeah,
But-
I think you do. But
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
good. It's
It's-
good. It could have been a lot better, but it's good.
it's fun. Like yeah.
What I really like got annoyed at was, I mean, it feels weird to say this, but like all of the Zack Snyderisms or whatever.
Oh really? I
like-
actually liked that. Like surprisingly.
I mean, I liked them in some points. Like I liked some of the shots and all that stuff where it felt like that kind of style,
Mhm.
definitely. But what really pissed me off was like they would not stop doing that thing where it's like I go punch this guy and then it goes into slow motion and then it's
yeah.
fast motion.
Yeah, true.
Do it again.
True.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
It's like it was so many slow motion sequences, and
That's
I was like,
true.
"Oh my god, fuck!"
Yeah, I think the only reason I let that part slide just because in the flashback scenes of Kondak, then like it was shot in a way that looked so much like 300 and just felt like
Oh, yeah,
300.
yeah.
And I was like,
I mean, I haven't even seen 300, but yeah, it looked like that.
yeah, and I think 300 like works for what, like there's a lot of that fast motion, that slow motion shit in 300, but it works for 300. I really think it works.
Yeah, but here it was just spammed over and over again.
True. It was hit or miss. A lot of moments like that were hit or miss, but I kind of wish they focused more on The Rock really being, or Black Adam really being like putting the anti-hero, because like overall it still felt like I was watching a superhero movie, but in reality Black Adam is more of a villain than a hero. Like he just is.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough of that energy to him, I don't think.
No, and like the people he does kill are bad people to begin with, so like
Yeah.
it doesn't really add much. Like it doesn't like make me feel like, okay, this guy is still not like a hero, but they treat him like a
It'd be
hero.
great if he
so-
just like killed that annoying kid like right off the
Dude,
bat or something.
exactly.
That would have been cool.
I would have loved the movie because like I said in my little review on Instagram, like the mom, the kid, and that guy, it was like, why do we need these characters? We don't need them. Like, and I think and just the whole like crown. I won't get into spoilers, but like it just a lot of stuff
Yeah,
the
it's
story
just-
focused on, like
It's a lot.
whatever. Yeah, but overall, like you said, it is fun. It is fun.
It's fun enough.
Yeah. All right. So the next one I watched it's called Censor. It came out in 2021.
I did want to watch that.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I can see why a lot of people do like it. It was average for me, I'll be honest, but it's good performances, cool idea, but maybe I just wasn't fully invested in like the story that much. So like I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's still worth a watch, but not as cool as I thought it'd be for me. But then this was a rewatch, Prince of Darkness, which came out in 1987, directed by John Carpenter. I just love watching John Carpenter movies in October because like he is like the director I go to for October feeling movies. And like it's stayed the same score. It's still a 4 out of 5. I still think it's great. Like the soundtrack is so cool. The idea is so cool. Yeah, not much to say about that, I guess. It's definitely worth a watch. I watched randomly put on this Netflix. It's not a Netflix original, but like I always see it on Netflix. It's some horror movie called The Wretched. Came out in 2019.
I don't think I've even heard of it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't blame you because it's not that good. Like it's a 2 out of 5. Like just nothing. I really have nothing to say about it.
I love that noise you made. I don't know why.
That's if I could sum up the movie, it'd be that, like, just painfully mediocre horror movie. Then I watched the new, which I forgot that it was a Marvel movie, but Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, I should watch that at some point. Jesus.
It was just like a breath of fresh air for Marvel, honestly, because I forgot I was watching a Marvel movie. I love it when that happens because like it has its own style, it has its own vision, it looks different from all the stuff they do, and it's obviously kind of more horror related, like with werewolves and vampires and shit like that. So
it's so odd that it's like Michael Giacchino of all people.
Oh, the guy from
like,
Old.
What?
No. Wait.
Michael Giacchino's a composer.
Oh no, no, because okay,
who were you thinking of?
No, because the main actor in it is one of the actors from Old, like the dad,
okay.
Which he's actually pretty good in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm sure he is, but it's just such a weird like directing choice. I was like, Michael Giacchino, really?
It is. Oh, that is a really.
He's a good
weird
composer. Can he
choice.
direct?
I think he directed it pretty well, honestly. Like it's nothing amazing. Like I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, so it's pretty good. But like, it was just refreshing for Marvel. It just was. There's a Marvel character that shows up. I won't spoil it, but it's one that we haven't seen on screen before. But anybody who knows Marvel comics, I'm sure has heard of him, and I was so happy to see him. So I won't say it, but it finally introduces a cool like character we haven't seen yet from Marvel. So. Yeah, that was really
cool. I gotta watch the last 2 episodes of Moon Knight and then get onto some other stuff. But yeah, I mean, fuck, man, the new Black Panther's coming out soon. Like, it's just it's so fast. They don't stop.
It doesn't stop. It just doesn't.
They need to take a break or whatever. If they took like a year break, I would be so happy.
That'd be
honestly.
great. Everyone could just take their time, catch up on everything, and then okay, we're ready for more. Like, just give us a break.
Absolutely. It did feel like they used to take breaks.
It did. Like, 'cause before it was like 2 or 3 movies a year and that's it. There was no shows.
Think of the amount of like time between like Infinity War and Endgame. Like it was such a nice time. It was like we have that moment to like be traumatized by the ending of Infinity War, and then we're just like
exactly
thinking like what could happen next. It's
exactly
crazy. And like the only thing that came out in between those two was like Captain Marvel, and it's like okay,
true,
that's fine.
True. Oh, that was nice.
Like, oh my god, I wish they took breaks more.
Me too.
Jesus.
Those were the days. And then let's see, the 5th thing I rewatched finally, because I haven't seen this movie since I was a little kid. It was probably one of the first horror movies I remember seeing, but I rewatched Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, and man, 5 fucking stars. Of course I loved it. It was great.
It is a great movie.
Yeah, it's just I just love the character of Norman Bates so much, and like it was just perfect. So
it's not the favorite Hitchcock I've seen, but I do really like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen like 3, I think. So.
Oh, I think I've seen like 4, maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's probably my favorite now, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Well, me and Keelan finally watched the new After movie. And boy, howdy, it was fucking great. Like, holy shit. It's called After Ever Happy. Pretty bad name.
Oh.
But,
After Ever Happy, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's After We Collided, After We Fell, After Ever Happy.
Terrible name. Terrible names to all those movies.
Yeah. But this one was like, I'm just going to go through this. I'll speedrun this as quick as I can. First After movie, pretty funny. Not like the best, but like it's funny bad. So bad it's good, sort of, but not like to a huge degree. After 2, After We Collided, so bad it's good to a like huge level. Like it's fucking hilarious. It's amazing. After We Fell, fucking miserable to sit through. So miserable. Like it is just so boring. It goes on forever. It is like it has like so many reused shots as well. It's terrible. But After Ever Happy brought back the fucking magic, my man. Holy shit. It was just so fucking funny and goofy. I loved it. none of the character decisions make any fucking sense. It's just so stupid. The main couple like break up like 3 times during the movie and get back together. It's awesome.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my god. And there is like this insane like meta type twist at the end, and it's like it comes out of fucking nowhere and it's amazing. I had so much fun with it. Great shit.
Wow.
I can't wait for the next one and the prequels.
That's
Oh my god.
Like, there's prequels? What the fuck?
There's prequels coming
Oh
out,
my
baby.
god. This is ridiculous. Oh
You
my
have to
God.
watch them at some point.
Oh.
You would love them.
Yeah.
You would laugh.
I would laugh probably. Someday I
Watch
will.
them with Nick.
True. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, the next movie I watched, it was also a rewatch because I watched it probably the year it came out, and I remember not liking it a whole lot, but this time it jumped a full 2 stars. Like, it's rare when movies, like, my mind just changes so much, but I rewatched The Lodge. It came out in 2019.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's directed by the same people that did like Goodnight Mommy, which is also a really creepy horror movie. So
I haven't seen that either, but I want to.
that one's really good. It's very disturbing too. So this one, it's just, I don't want to say anything about the story because, like, to be honest, it's like it's good going in like not knowing much, but just great performances, great atmosphere, just like cool, amazingly shot. It's an amazingly shot movie to where like every shot is so beautiful and cool, and like the closest movie I could compare this to would probably be Hereditary.
Ooh.
Yeah, like just in the way that things look and things feel, it's almost like they wanted to make a movie like Hereditary. That's what it felt like. So
I don't think I've asked you this before, but what do you prefer out of Ari Aster's 2 movies?
Hereditary for sure. I just do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Midsummer.
I'm Midsummer.
Midsummer, I would rewatch Midsummer any time over Hereditary because Hereditary just takes too much out of me. Like, I just feel like so like drained after Hereditary, but I just think Hereditary is the better movie overall for me.
I'm surprised you don't feel that from Midsummer, because like that's the reason that I prefer it, because it feels more personal, I think, sometimes, because the story like really hinges on a lot of like emotional type beats. And I mean, Hereditary does that too, but it feels like it has more like classic type horror type sequences, I guess, whereas Midsummer doesn't have that. It more like builds. I mean, I can't even name like a jump scare in Midsummer, really. Like, it's just...
But to be fair, you can't really name many jump scares in Hereditary because a lot of stuff is just shown in the background, just like really just like it's lingering on things that's creepy. Like, I don't remember many jump scares from Hereditary.
That's actually a good point. I can't name too many from Hereditary, but I do... There are definitely memorable sequences where it's like, oh god, that's fucked up. Oh my god, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the stabbing sequence, like the...
Oh god, yeah.
That-
When she's like
Spoilers for Hereditary. Spoilers for Hereditary.
when she's like sawing her head off with the piano wire, that shot of her looking...
Isn't it 2 knives?
No,
thought it was 2
I
knives.
always thought it was 2 knives, but if you look closely, it's wire, like that. She's like sawing her head. It's not knives, but it's like she's like sawing her head off over and over, and then you don't see it, but you hear the head fall and hit the floor. And I was like, that's fucking perfect.
Man.
You don't need to show the head falling. Just
Hereditary is great.
it is, and it's like I said, it is the last horror movie to ever keep me up at night that actually, like, I literally didn't want to go to sleep because, like, when I closed my eyes, I would think of, like, the guy standing in the doorway that you can barely see him, but he's just, like, smiling, and just, like, the mom up in the corner.
One
like,
bit that always sticks with me in that movie, though, is, like, the classroom scene where, like, Alex Wolff is just going insane.
Yeah.
Like, and he fucking... bangs his like head on the desk and his nose, like you can see the blood come out,
and
like,
then he's just screaming.
God, fuck.
And he keeps screaming, and it's just like you think it's gonna cut, but he just keeps screaming. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
and then
that movie is fucking terrifying.
It is.
It's great.
I could go on and on about it. Yeah, it's I still think it's the best horror movie of like the 2010s. I really do.
Let's go Disappointment Boulevard.
Oh yeah, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. The next movie I watched was Black Adam, but we already talked about that. The next 3 movies I will kind of lump together because I watched them back to back. They're all part of the same franchise. I watched And shout out to you were here for this. Chandra, Film Forager, gave me for my birthday. One of my birthday presents was the set of 4 movies, the Psycho movies. So I watched Psycho 2, 3, and 4, and I was expecting just some stupid bad horror sequels, but they were like surprisingly good.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that.
Yeah. I was surprised. Like, I'm just glad they had the same actor from the original Psycho throughout all of these movies. He just like carries them. I don't know, they're just really fun, but like well-made sequels. A lot of people probably don't think that, but like I really enjoyed it. So I just love the character of Norman Bates though, because Bates Motel is like one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I just love the character.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any Psycho sequels. Just the first.
You should try Bates Motel sometime, because that show is underrated. I will say that show is underrated.
I'm just not a big fan of that main actor.
Oh really? Freddie
name,
Highmore, or whatever his name is. I this is like his best performance. I really and also the mom, Vera Farmiga, I think is her name. She's so good.
Yeah, I don't even like her
Really?
that much either. Like,
Well,
oh my god. She's one of the most bland actresses I've seen, honestly. Like, I used to like her a bit, but now it's like, oh my god, Vera Farmiga again.
no, trust me, because like her character that she's playing in Bates Motel is genuinely fucking crazy. Like that's the reason that Norman turns out the way he does. So like she just like gives a lot in her performance, and like just maybe watch like 1 or 2 episodes of Bates Motel, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
I'll give it a go.
But trust me, this might be what changes your mind on both of them, because they're amazing. So
Or maybe I'll watch the Psycho sequels.
maybe. I mean, those aren't. I don't know if the Psycho sequels are genuinely good movies or not. I just love horror sequels, cheesy horror sequels.
What was it you said, like, after like the 4th one that you watched or whatever, where you were like, is this like the greatest horror franchise?
Oh no,
like
I said, well, it's probably one of my favorite horror franchises now, and like the Norman Bates might be like my favorite slasher at this point, because like I just love his character so much. So maybe I said something crazy like this is truly one of the best horror franchises. I don't think that's probably not objectively true at all, but like for me it is. And then okay, I think I have one more, but Friday the 13th, the final chapter, because like I said, I was watching it through that franchise too. Totally, I have nothing to say about it because it was so forgettable. All I remember is that Corey Feldman was in the movie. He was like playing a kid. It's the same. All these movies just blend together for me. They're so average. 3 out of 5. I don't know.
I did a rewatch of Men and Chicken. I showed it to Julia because I absolutely love that movie. It's like my 3rd or 4th time watching it, I think. But yeah, it's I still give it a 9 out of 10 just because the like start and end isn't necessarily like the greatest thing ever. I feel like it could have been taken out, but I mean, everything else is just so fucking funny. It's a great movie. Like, it's so wild. The idea of it is just so insane, and like the acting is so good. Mads Mikkelsen is fucking hilarious. Like, if he could do more comedies, I would be so happy, because he's such a great comedic actor as well. He's my favorite actor still. So yeah, I love Men and Chicken. Great movie.
I can't think of any comedic Mads Mikkelsen movies, so I should definitely check it out. Yeah, so I have 5 movies left, so this works out. So like,
Oh, do you?
yeah, I have
Like in total?
in total only 5 movies left.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got 5 left also.
Oh really? Okay, so I guess we
Yeah.
can go back and forth.
Yeah.
So I did Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Oh wait, no, this was the one with Corey Feldman. See, that's how I don't even remember these movies. I don't even remember what was in the final chapter. I really don't remember. So A New Beginning is the one with Corey Feldman. It's okay. Same score as the last one. All these movies blend together. Not a great horror franchise, so...
Yeah, they sound like shit.
They're not even like downright terrible at all of them. They're just so average. Just average slasher. Every single one. So yeah.
I rewatched A New Hope.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's still really good. Like, there are things on Disney Plus that they like changed about it, and they added in these like really dumb fucking moments, and it just like, oh my god, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, you could see like what those moments are, and you're like, oh my god, why is this in here? Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I gave it a fucking 8 out of 10. I was gonna say 4 out of 10, but it was 4
Oh,
stars.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but it's an 8 out of 10 for me.
Uh-huh.
I still really, really like it. It's been been like 6 years since I've seen it for the first time. But yeah, it was still really great. Like, it's just, for its time, it's so good.
Oh yeah.
And I wish that Disney Plus didn't fuck with it, but
To be fair, on Disney Plus's part, all those changes were actually made even before the Disney.
oh, actually, you're right,
the
because
Disney
I
takeover.
have like the Blu-ray like box set as well. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
those changes are still in there as well.
Yeah,
but,
they are. It was.
I just watched it on Disney Plus because I was like, I can't be fucked finding my Blu-ray right now.
Yeah, it's the changes he made are so fucking unnecessary. They really are. It's just shoving aliens and robots in like frames they don't need to be.
Did
and,
you?
like,
There's that one fucking scene where like the scene between Han and Jabba.
oh yeah,
In that, it's like, why is this here? And also, holy shit, he walks around Jabba.
Yeah, he walks-
and steps over his fucking tail,
and they
it's
like move him. It doesn't
it's
even.
like the stupidest thing.
Yeah, it is
It's like,
so
what?
stupid. I mean, but then again, I love it still. I mean, that's why the version I grew up on. So, but yeah, it's bad. Like those
I mean,
changes.
I would rather not have that version of it. I think that without that, it might be like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Mm.
I still don't think it's like a perfect movie personally,
Yeah.
but I still really do like it. I said in the review as well, like, I think a lot of the reason I wanted to start watching this was because of the prequels. Like, they got me a lot more into Star Wars now.
Nice.
And I have to thank you for that.
Yeah.
So thanks, Quinn.
Oh no.
But
Yay.
yeah, the prequels, like it or not, they have a good story.
They do.
And they
Yeah.
add a lot of intrigue into Star Wars, I think.
I agree. Nice.
Yeah.
This next one I watched is easily the best Friday the 13th movie. That's not saying much though, because it only jumped up from a 3 to a 3.5 as opposed to all these movies. So it's a 3.5. Still the best Friday the 13th movie. It's called Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I think I even saw like Keelan's review on Letterboxd, him saying that like this is like the best one. So a lot of people think this is the best one in general. It embraces what it is. Like it feels like it has an actual structure to the story and it's not just Jason going around killing people. Like it feels like there's actual structure. The sequences are good. Yeah, it's just a more fun Friday the 13th movie. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
At least there's something good in that franchise.
Finally, yeah, it was one good movie.
I watched Smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad theater experience.
Yeah.
Very bad. Much like yours. But yeah, just kids running amok. And it was like they would not stop yelling as well, like during the movie at certain things and all that shit and just making a fuss. And I was like, and they kept switching seats all the time.
Oh.
And like at one point, one of them like sat right next to me. I was like, this isn't your seat, surely. You're down there with your friends, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why are you here with me? Go away. But I didn't say that, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck.
God.
I hate children and teenagers.
Me too. That movie just must be cursed, honestly. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
why.
guess.
Mm.
The movie itself, like, see, this is that movie where, like, I mean, we saw the trailer when we went to see Pearl, and like,
When you thought it looked
we
bad,
just kept,
yeah.
I mean, it did look bad. I think that was the general consensus from most people.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like really bad. But then everyone kept saying, like, oh no, it's actually quite good.
Yeah.
And so I was expecting when I went to see it that it would be quite good, but it's like painfully mid to me. Like I don't think it's great. I think it has definitely like good moments, but it's like it's so generic.
Yeah.
So generic.
I will agree with that. It's like I said, it's so predictable and like a formulaic horror movie. But like I just thought the performances were good. I thought like some of the visuals, like especially towards the end with
Spoilers for Smile.
with that big fucking monster thing at the end. I was like, that
was cool.
That looks fucking awesome. Yeah, that whole sequence was
I
cool.
fucking love that.
Yeah, and I also just liked how whenever like there were scenes where like, is this actually happening or is this not happening? Because like she's almost becoming like schizophrenic in a way. Like she's like seeing things that aren't there, or like going through things that aren't there. So like
I do like that where it's like you're questioning what's real and
right,
what's not. That's cool.
like she's an unreliable like narrator or whatever it is, you know. So like in just like the one other scene I thought was crazy was when she went into the hospital room and there was that one guy smiling at her, and then she like didn't she like stab him, and then the doctor came in and the doctor just like ripped his own face off, and I'm like, what
cool.
the fuck is going on? And then even though it was a vision, but like or fake, whatever.
It was really cool.
But it was cool.
It was a cool sequence.
Yeah, so like just those
But
sequences.
that and like the end with that big ass monster thing, those were the best parts for me. Like,
I agree.
it's just so cool. I mean, it is like a goofy premise on its own, so that's like what stopped it a lot for me, because I was just like, I can't take some of this seriously. I don't know. Like, it's trying to make me really feel for this character, but like I just didn't really all that much, and everything around it was so goofy. And I think one of the worst fucking scenes ever was like the therapist's smile.
Oh, I didn't think that was that bad.
Was that like there were like smiles in there where I was like, yeah, this is like a normal smile, but her, what the fuck was that?
It was just a really creepy.
She did this like weird like smile. It was so weird. I was like, what the fuck?
That was really weird. That was really weird. But
I hated that scene.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Yeah. I don't know. Overall, still pretty creepy movie for me, so I liked it, even though it's nothing special. But yeah.
I don't think it's special, but I think it's decent.
Yeah. Next one I watched was Amsterdam. Speaking of not as bad as I thought. I always have these little segues. Like, it's not it just works out. Yeah, this 2022 movie, Amsterdam, where the cast is fucking packed. You've got Christian Bale, John David Washington, Margot Robbie, Robert De Niro, Anya Taylor-Joy, Rami Malek, fucking Michael Shannon, like Mike Myers. So many people are in this movie.
Yeah.
Even Taylor Swift for like a couple scenes. But like, which, hey, if you watch the movie, you will be happy to see what happens. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was pretty awesome. Overall, good movie. Surprising. Like, I was expecting it to be bad because the Rotten Tomatoes is like 33%. Everyone's giving it low scores. And I'm like, how can this be that bad? But no, if you just...
I don't have much interest in it.
I didn't either. The only reason I saw it was because the cast was so huge and we got it at our theater. So, like, I might as well have gone and seen it. But yeah, it was it was solid. 3.5 out of 5. Christian Bale's character was hilarious. Like, he was, like, surprisingly funny to where, like, I was laughing at stuff he was doing. There's one reason to see it, I guess. Just Christian Bale being wacky.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I rewatched The Empire Strikes Back. And it's so obvious why it is like such a celebrated film. Like, holy shit. When I like first watched the whole trilogy or whatever, I don't think I was as affected by it or anything like that. I didn't think it was a big deal. I honestly thought like the third movie was the better one for some reason back then. And I don't know how that'll go on rewatch, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But Empire Strikes Back, holy fuck, it's good.
It is.
It's so fucking good. Oh man.
I mean,
like 5 stars easily.
For sure. I mean, it's known to be among almost all Star Wars fans, it's known to be like the best Star Wars movie. Like, it just is.
Yeah, but even just as a movie on its own, fuck man, it's so good. It just has everything. It's like
everything.
Great.
Yeah.
So well put together. Beautiful film. Love it.
I agree. I mean, obviously, I agree.
I just didn't expect to love it as much as I
didn't expect either, honestly, but I'm glad you did. Next one, fucking Friday the 13th part 7 called The New Blood. It is probably the worst Friday the 13th movie. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5, which isn't a terrible score, but it was the worst one because they introduced some weird ass, just this character with telekinetic powers for no reason. It makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. So there's this character with telekinetic powers fighting Jason, and it's like, that sounds fun, but man, it's just so stupid. It's just so lame. It's just such a, like, it's so dumb.
It does sound fun.
On paper, it really sounds fun, but like, I was just kind of like, there's no reason for, like, you can't. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that, but it is probably the worst one for me.
I was drunk the other night and I rewatched Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god. Dude, I can't wait to rewatch it. It's been like having a weird resurgence in October, like among a lot of people. Like, I think it's because it came to Netflix. Yeah, it came to, like, Netflix put it on there, and like, I've been seeing a lot of people just like randomly rewatch it. It's weird.
Well, that is where I rewatched it.
Yeah.
But that was like sort of one of those ones as a kid where like I watched it quite a bit on repeat, I think, like sort of. But yeah, I still just, it's so much fun. It's so stupid. Like, it's great. Yeah. It is like the most early 2000s shit you could ask for. Like, it's so early 2000s. It really just has that vibe to it.
Yeah. Everything
Like
about
all
it.
of like the fashion design and stuff like that. Everyone's just I don't know. It's so like it is so terrible, but it's great. Like,
It is. The cast is so good. Shaggy is fucking the best. He's the best. Yeah.
what I said like on that review or whatever, like for the rewatch, was just like the first line I said was they knew exactly what they were doing here. Like it's just so overly sexy,
It is.
and I don't know why, but it's like I'm not complaining. This is awesome. Velma's hot as fuck. Daphne's hot as fuck. Let's go. Shaggy and Scooby are goofy as hell. Fred's there, I guess.
Yeah, Fred's Fred. I don't know.
But it's such a good movie.
It really is.
It is.
I definitely watched
Even the
it.
second as well. I can't wait to
Oh,
rewatch
yeah.
the second.
Yeah.
Because it's just the same.
It really
Like,
is. Like, and yeah, I definitely watched it a lot as a kid as well. So like, I haven't watched it as an adult yet, but I know that I'm gonna have fun with it. I just know I will.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't wait.
It is just, I think it would be a great movie to rewatch just with a bunch of friends
Exactly.
as well. Like it's, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Then the last movie I watched, this was last night. I didn't finish the entire franchise yet because there's still more of these freaking movies, but I own the first 8 of the Friday the 13th, and so I watched the 8th one, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it was not...
What else does he fucking do?
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Well, he does go to space in the 10th one, and you knew that, right? Yeah. He goes to space in the 10th movie. I don't know what the 9th movie I'm pretty sure is Jason Goes to Hell. That's what that's called. And then the 10th movie is Jason X. He goes to space. And then there's Freddy. There's also Freddy versus Jason, which I've seen, which is Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And that was... I hated that one. I fucking hated it.
I've never seen any Friday the 13th, and I've only seen like the first Nightmare on Elm Street, so... I want to get into this Friday the 13th madness. Holy shit.
There's some crazy ass stuff, but like they are fun movies, like because they have fun moments. But I was expecting this one to be way more fun than it actually was. Because like, oh, Jason in New York City, like going around killing people, that's got to be fun. A little over half the movie takes place on the fucking boat on the way to New York. We're just stuck on this boat, and it's like Jason creeping around like a cruise ship the whole time, and I'm just like, come on, just take us to Manhattan already. And when we finally got to Manhattan, it's like there was definitely fun moments, but I was just expecting it to be a lot better, honestly. So a 3 out of 5, as always with this franchise. It's a solid 3 out of 5. I can't wait to see him go to space, though. I can't wait.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
But maybe the fucking movie will be like him on the spaceship on the way to space.
I think the whole thing honestly is him on a spaceship. I think that is the whole thing.
All right. Last movie.
Yeah.
That was your last.
Yeah, that
right?
was my last one.
All right. The last one that I watched, which was yesterday, I believe. No. Oh my god, what? It says like it's logged on the 4th of November. Right now it says it's the 7th. Well, it's 1:30 in the morning, basically 1:40. God, has time gone past that quickly?
Time is flying, yeah.
Man, when you don't get a job, like when you're unemployed,
Yeah.
oh man, life is rough right now. Like, what the fuck? Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, I guess on the 4th of November, most recently, I watched Sleep Has Her House. It's a movie from 2017, and I gotta like just read what I wrote about it, like right off the bat. I didn't write much, but I wrote, I'm ... I'm not okay ... So yeah,
Well,
I don't even know what to say about this movie. Like,
was it good, bad?
oh, it depends on your perspective, but like I really loved it. I mean, I'll give like a premise, I guess, if you can even call it that, but like it's literally just like sort of shots of nature for like the entire runtime for like an hour and a half, and like it doesn't have any actors, any dialogue, nothing like that. It has some like quotes in the beginning, and that's it.
Wow.
But aside from that, it's just sort of this like audio-visual type experience movie, and I can't explain it, but it made me feel some kind of way, and I don't know how it's possible to even do that. A lot of people on Letterboxd would probably be calling it like pretentious and stuff. I've seen plenty of people doing that. And I do get that. I do. But like, I wanted to watch it because I saw so many people that I follow on Letterboxd giving it like 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. But it's such an experience. It's so weird. Like, I need you to watch it at some point. Because I think you would just be like
Yeah. I would watch it because I'm always trying to watch movies that are like not the norm, and this sounds like not the norm like for a movie. So
it's just so strange, but I mean, if you really need to like know what you're in for before you watch it, like just know that you're gonna have to be patient.
True.
And just watch. But some scenes like just sort of shocked me, and I don't even understand why. Like it is literally just shots of nature doing their thing. Like
this is like the director actually went and like they filmed these shots, or it's not just like
he
stock
filmed it on
footage?
an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
He just went out with an iPhone into the woods and shit and like filmed a bunch of sequences, and it's fucking unreal. For some reason.
I will definitely watch it. It's called Sleep Has Her House.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely. I am adding that to my list.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that movie has just fucked me up for some reason. Even though it's like not a fucked up movie, it's a very patient, beautiful movie. I saw some reviews just being like, put on YouTube nature footage in the background, you'll get the same experience. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, probably, but for some reason this, like the way it's put together and like the way this everything sounds, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Make sure you have good sound when you watch it.
I will.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I watch that. I just added it to my list. It looks really cool.
Crazy movie. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, nice. Well, shit.
Well, that's all.
There's all of our watches. That was a lot. Well, I have to go to work.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. I've got to go to work at the movie theater and then come back and talk about more movies. So my whole life is nothing but movies. Well, I'm back from work. Time travel. Just went to go to work at the theater. It went well. I see you watched a movie in the meantime.
I did.
Were you wanting to...
We could do a quick discussion if you want, because I know you've seen it.
I was about to say, yeah, I've seen it. It's not as fresh in my mind whatsoever, but...
Did you see my first reaction review?
Yeah, it was like something like just like okay or whatever.
Yeah, I literally just said okay. Like, I don't know. It's so generic, dude. Like,
yeah,
what? It's like I don't care about anything going on at all.
Yeah,
like at least it's like 80 minutes long. That's fine, but still, fuck.
I think you could probably guess the only reason I was interested in even watching that movie, right?
Was it Logan Marshall Green? Because that's me.
Oh no, that's the reason you watched it.
Yeah,
he is good, but I watched it just because he is a good actor, but. Writer and producer M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
So that's it kind of just feels like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, to be honest. So
yeah, and that's like kind of one of the worst parts about it, just because it's like, I mean, he did the story or whatever and then produced it, and it's the same cinematographer as most of Shyamalan's movies, but like,
oh wow,
it's so whatever. Like, it's such a whatever movie.
Oh, did we even say the movie? Like, did you say?
Oh yeah.
I don't even think we said it. Liam watched Devil, which came out in 2010. This guy is God, okay, yeah. I'm just not a fan of this director because I'm looking at his other movies, and I've also seen As Above, So Below, and the Poughkeepsie tapes, both of which I did not like. So
I've heard As Above, So Below is okay, but I mean, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, a lot of people like that one, but I don't know why I didn't. It just wasn't my thing. It's also found footage, so... It's
kind of annoying that it is the same cinematographer as most of Shyamalan's movies as well, because this movie looks so bland. Like, it does not look good.
It does.
It's not a good-looking movie.
Yeah, and you're stuck in an elevator for, like, the whole thing, almost.
Yeah, so. Just even all the shots outside of that, it's like, it's got such a gross color grading for some reason. It's just, like, it doesn't look good in the slightest.
Yeah, it is. It's just very desaturated, like... I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it was just a totally forgettable movie.
It is extremely forgettable. Yeah.
I mean, I have it at a 2.5 out of 5. So like, I guess I kind of liked some stuff about it, but I think just the idea
is very good. Yeah.
Like that idea is cool, but yeah, it could have been done a lot better. I think if M. Night Shyamalan himself directed it, maybe it could have been better. Who knows?
At least LMG was good. He's a good actor. I like him.
He is good. I mean, yeah, you've obviously seen Upgrade, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Upgrade. And
yeah, Upgrade's awesome.
He's in a few other things, but yeah, I wish he was in more.
The main guy, Chris Messina.
He was in Birds of Prey. He was Zaz.
That's, yeah. Oh yeah, but there's something else I knew him from, and I can't remember.
Actually,
Oh, he
apparently the younger woman in the elevator as well was also in Birds of Prey, because I was like looking up their,
really?
their filmography, and I was like, oh, okay, both are Birds
That's
of
a
Prey.
weird coincidence because this was like 8 years before that. But yeah, forgettable movie, honestly.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
needed something to pass the time, and yeah, that did the job.
I
I
mean,
guess.
Should we get into listener questions?
There it is.
First one from Film Forager. She asks, "Can you discuss the Superman Witcher nonsense? Bittersweet or just plain stupid? Did you hear about this?"
I mean, I heard about like Witcher being replaced, but I haven't seen any Witcher. I haven't played any Witcher. I mean, I know that he's being replaced by Liam Hemsworth, and a lot of
Yeah.
people really hate that. But like, I haven't seen any of it. Keep in mind, like, I don't know what it's like. I'm sure Henry Cavill is great, but like, I hate when they bring it to the point of like bullying the new person or whatever, like going like really hard into like, oh, Liam Hemsworth spamming shit on his personal accounts. It's like, that's just kind of
Yeah,
shitty. Like,
that's stupid. I have seen the first season of The Witcher. I thought it was pretty good. I still need to watch more, but like I think people are mad because, and I'm like, I think it's stupid too, because you can't go 3 seasons with a main character and like he's so like he really nails the character to where like you can't, and we're at the point to where like you can't imagine somebody else really playing him. You recasting a main character 3 seasons in, that's so weird. What other shows have really done that?
The Crown.
Did they do that? I didn't know
I
that.
think they've done it twice.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
I haven't seen The
that.
Crown, but yeah.
And they were like the same character though, but they just replaced the actor.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's just so weird. It's just so weird when they do that though. Like,
yeah.
it'll take me out of it. It's gonna take me out of it because it's not gonna feel like the same character whatsoever. Because we've been with him for 3 seasons already, and like I don't think Liam Hemsworth is like a bad actor, but I can't imagine him with the Witcher look too, because it's such like a distinctive look.
I kind of put a lot of this sort of stuff on Henry Cavill. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just like finish out a character at least if you're gonna commit to it. Like, that's the shitty part, I think.
Yeah, and I assume it's because, I mean, she mentioned like it is because he's probably coming back as Superman, I'm guessing, and his schedule is just all full up with that, because that's a big thing.
That's not an excuse though. Like, I mean, when you commit to a role, you should like just commit to it rather than like leave it so open. Or like, if he wants to have like time to like commit himself to Superman or whatever, sure, like, but then after that you could continue Witcher after that. Why not just do that?
Yeah, I don't know, who knows, all the stuff going on in the background, like who knows who's controlling what and why these decisions get made, but it is just like,
it doesn't
stupid,
affect me.
honestly.
I don't watch Witcher, so fuck it, whatever.
I'm not like as upset as other people because, like I said, I've only seen the first season. I did play some of the Witcher game and it is pretty fun, but it sucks. It does suck. But who knows? Maybe he'll do a good job. And then next question I had from Movies That Don't Suck. He asked, favorite Christmas movie?
Oh god, Christmas is the next fucking season that's coming up. I hate Christmas.
Yeah, for real. I like Christmas, but I hate how as soon as Halloween gets over, it's like, okay, fucking Christmas everything. It's like we're only in November. Wait till December. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm not a Christmas fan just because like when you get to be an adult, you're like, oh yeah, I have to buy shit for everyone.
True.
And then all my budget goes to that. And I don't even have a job right now, so it's like, fuck.
That's true. That is the worst part. I just like the feeling. I just like the feeling of Christmas. It's like nice and like cozy, and I like the music. I like the movies. So
I used to, but I mean, it's probably like different over there because like Christmas over here is always hot, like really hot. So,
true, you don't get snow.
yeah.
You don't get snow, and yeah.
This is why we're upside down land.
My favorite Christmas movie is always going to be Christmas Vacation. That's my favorite with Chevy Chase. It's so hilarious. It's just hilarious, and I watch it every year. Another one that was A Christmas Story. That's a masterpiece too, honestly. Like, it's so good. They're making a sequel to it, and I am not looking forward to that. It looks they got the same kid actor, but he's all grown up now, and he looks so weird. And like they're trying to just recapture the original, and there's so many callbacks. Like, I watched the trailer, and I'm like, why do they have to do this to every old movie? Just
because we live in the nostalgia era.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, those are like my 2 favorite ones.
The two that I always default to are Bad Santa I love Bad Santa. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton's just fucking hilarious in
Yeah.
that movie. And like Thurman Merman as a character, that's so fucking hilarious.
I saw the second one in theaters. It was even the second one was pretty funny.
Was it? I heard it was terrible.
Really? Well, then again, I don't know if I've seen all of the first Bad Santa, so that was my only introduction into Bad Santa was the second one, and I watched it with like another friend, and like we were laughing. It was just a fun time, I guess.
But yeah, the other one is Love Actually, honestly. Like I actually really just like that movie quite a lot. It's just fun and romantic, and it's like totally Hallmark, but it's like it's nice. I like it.
Yeah, it is Hallmark season. Oh my god, those Hallmark movies are so every
Love
poster
Actually is
looks
great,
the
though.
same. No, that I mean I have heard things about that. So
Oh, you haven't seen it?
no, I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, you should. You should.
Oh, actually, I should. I mean, I know Kath likes it, so I'll probably check it out.
Do it. Bill Nye is great in it. He's hilarious. And you can watch Martin Freeman doggy styling a woman. That's pretty fun.
There you go. That's something I didn't know I apparently needed. I don't
Yeah.
Martin Freeman.
Yeah, he does that. It's pretty cool. It's a good movie.
Next one, from Brian Loves Film. He asked, "How are you guys doing, and what's your plans for Thanksgiving?"
That first part struck a nerve.
Yeah, you can never ask us how we're doing. Please don't.
Just don't do it. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, so you can go for that one.
True. I mean, I don't know. It's just, if I get the time off work, then I'm sure I'll go and visit family, have a bunch of food, hang out, just the same old. I mean, I like Thanksgiving. The food's good and just it's chill and all that. I don't know. It's not like a huge holiday that like I look forward to and have a huge celebration or anything.
It sounds like a nice time, though. At least it's like
It
turkey
is.
and shit. I like turkey.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time.
Wait, but how are you doing, Quinn? You gotta answer.
I'm doing as good as I can be in my situation. That's all I'll say.
In your situation.
I'm getting by. I'm working a lot. I'm just working, trying to save money, trying to watch movies. Yeah.
I'm not working, so I can't really save money. It's made me realize how much I rely on money. Holy shit. Like I miss money.
Sadly, it sucks, but yeah.
But I mean, it's probably for the best, but it's just like being out of work or whatever, it like drains your motivation. You're just like,
It really does.
oh my god, I actually had things to live for earlier. Now I don't. Like, well, not in that way. That sounds bad.
Right.
But
No.
it's just I had something
that's
to
how
get me out of bed every day. But
Exactly.
you know.
I was in that same boat when I first moved here because last year I moved to this town in like late September and I waited a couple months before even starting a job because I just was trying to get settled in and like just like, you know, into a new environment and all that. And like I had a ton of time off work and it was nice at first, but then it just got like depressing
It's
fast.
just
And I'm
so
like, I need
depressing.
something to do.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I'm just
it
not
really
doing
is.
anything. Yeah, I'm just occasionally watching stuff. Like I'm at least making some more videos lately, which is good. But that's about
That's
it.
good.
But like you would not believe the amount that I've spent on alcohol.
Really?
Holy
Oh
shit!
god. I was gonna say, like, have you thought about like trying to like stream and like get people to, like join and maybe I don't know, like I've known some people that have like Twitch streamed for like to make some money on the side too.
I mean, I can't on Twitch unless I become like an affiliate or whatever, and you need like a certain amount of followers to do that. So, but Twitch isn't like
True.
something that I enjoy doing all that much. Like YouTube, I enjoy doing, and that like I'm sort of close to a goal there where I can make some money, but it's not ever going to be something where it's like livable amount of money, you know.
No.
So I need to get a job, and I will apply soon. There's another gas station down the road from my house, and it's like with a different company, so that's good. No
Hey.
bad shit or corruption or anything like that. But
Wow.
yeah, I think I'm sort of stalling. I'm stalling right now just because like I know that as soon as I go in there and hand in my resume or whatever, I'll get the job. Because like I've got experience in the field, they need workers apparently. I'll get the job, but it's just like right now I'm like, oh my god, I don't feel like doing anything. Like I'm just fucking.
Well, I mean, as long as you get in there before they hire other people, you know, I'm sure it can't be worse than your last one from the way you made it sound.
Yeah, no,
Can't be worse.
It won't be worse. Absolutely not. And it'll be closer at least, so I'll save money on all that stuff like fuel. And all that.
Exactly. Well, that should be nice.
Yeah, I just gotta get motivated.
Next one from Film Forager. These are your questions you got.
Oh yeah.
5-page paper about why Joy is the best cat.
Yes.
Come on, you're gonna really do me like that, Chandra? Like, I have 2 cats too. What the fuck?
Yeah, but Joy is
you didn't
the
send
best
that
cat.
to me. Yeah. Well, okay, fine, fair enough.
You haven't met Joy. You don't know.
Yeah, I haven't met Joy.
I don't know. She's a very cool cat. Yeah, I like her.
Cool cat.
Did I tell you she only has 3 teeth now? It's kind of cool.
3 teeth.
Yeah. Well, 3 like fangs. Like she's got the 2 bottom ones, and then she's got one on the top, and then like the little middle ones, like the tiny little middle ones. So she's just like a little goofball, and I love it. She's adorable.
That is cute.
Yeah.
There you go. That's enough to fill up 5 pages.
Yeah.
I'm really about to read this username out from user 1962196.
Yeah. What is up with that? Are you seeing these
It's
kind of
very
people?
strange. I've seen. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Because I don't know if it's like a restricted account or a blocked account or something, and we're not reading out their name, even though we should be. But like,
It's
what?
gotta be. I think that's just their username and stuff. I don't know why.
But why did they follow us? And why did they leave a question? Like a genuine question? It's so confusing.
Yeah, I guess they just don't care about a username or picture.
Okay, if I've restricted this person, I'm sorry, I guess, but I don't know who this is.
But anyway, they asked, what genre of film would you guys like to direct? Well, for me, it's probably, at this point, it's got to be horror. I just think it'd be fun to direct a horror movie and just think of like, I mean, it's the majority of what I watch now. It's become my favorite genre. It really has, like, because just all the different subgenres, there's so much you can do with it. It's just I don't know. It's the genre I feel like that gets the most reaction out of people, and it's what keeps people up at night. And just like, I don't know, I'd think it'd be cool to come up with a really messed up horror movie.
I think if you tried, you can make a really good one, yeah.
I would love to try, even if it's just a short film someday.
Okay, if you had to pick a second genre.
Well, psychological is like a subgenre, so that's not really a main one, I guess. Not an action movie, because I don't know how to direct action scenes.
You could probably direct it better than the fucking Russos with The Grey Man. Holy shit.
I could star in it, too. I just star as Ryan Gosling.
You should have directed that, too, yeah. Absolutely.
Writer, director, actor, Ryan Gosling, yeah. I don't know. I might be able to write, like, a good comedy, maybe. Just, like, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a horror comedy. I'd put, like, it'd be like Shaun of the Dead, but or just a straight up comedy.
Comedy is hard.
It is, because it's so subjective. Like, what do people find funny? Like, whatever. I would just write whatever I thought I found funny, and then, like, see if other people like it.
That is the interesting thing about comedy, though. Like, I mean, no matter what kind of comedy film someone makes, someone will probably find it funny.
Exactly. Yeah, I think comedy is, like, the most subjective genre, to be honest. I really do.
Probably, yeah. I'd go drama. I mean, definitely. I just think I would like to direct people's like emotions and stuff like that and try and like make it out like make the best use of a certain scene or like piece of writing or whatever. Like I find that stuff really interesting. But if not for that, it would probably be like probably a thriller, maybe a horror, like bordering on horror. But yeah, I like thrillers.
That's true. I would definitely have picked drama or thriller, but I just feel like it'd be hard to really get your actor, like really get them in their feels, like emotional, like, okay, think about your mom that just died or something. Like that's what I would tell the actors. Would be like, think of the most horrible fucking thing that happened to you and just like think about that the whole scene. That'd be my idea of directing.
Maybe I'd like
scenes.
Maybe I'd be like, okay, use this in this scene, and then I would like tell them everything that I hate about them and how bad they look, and then they would just be like so sad the whole time, and then they'd probably report me or like cancel me.
Exactly. This is turning. We can't be Stanley Kubrick though, and just like mentally torture. That's what he did. He would just mentally torture his actors into getting a good performance out of them, but then fuck up. It did work. But, like, do the ends justify the means? I don't know.
I think so. We got some classics.
I don't know. We did, but, like, that's a controversial topic right there. Like, how far do you push your actors? Because, like, Shelley Duvall, like, almost went crazy. Like, literally, she went into, like, she quit acting, basically. I mean, until she's come back now, by the way. There's another piece of news. She's finally coming back for, like, some werewolf movie or something, yeah. Into the forest or something about forests. I can't remember the name of the movie, but she's finally coming back to a movie.
That'd be cool.
So that'll be interesting.
That'd be nice. I think you and me should like collab direct a romance. That would be cool.
A romance?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. That'd be funny, I guess.
It'd be the most He's Literally Me romance.
It would be. Just base it off our own lives. I don't know. Just long distance relationship romances. That'd be what it would be. Last one. And this was the one that was like I really had to think hard about because like I just saw the question this morning. From All Right So Reviews, he asked, Fancast your favorite video games movie adaptation.
I actually had something for this. I had something planned. I actually made this post back in March 2017, and it was like, it was called My Uncharted Movie. So, I mean, we got the shitty one this year, but yeah. Like, My Uncharted Movie was like gonna be, it says directed by Christopher Nolan, cinematography by Roger Deakins. I don't know how many characters you know or whatever, but I'm just gonna list them off really quick. But Nate would be played by Chris Pratt. Look, okay, he honestly has like the Nate energy. I feel like if he actually tried, he could do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elena would be played by Sarah Gadon. Sully would be played by Ian McKellen, but he's kind of a bit old now, so maybe he couldn't do it quite as well. But I mean, we got Mark Wahlberg, so fucking hell.
True.
Sam would be played by Ewan McGregor. Rafe would be played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Chloe would be played by Olga Kurilenko. Cutter would be played by Bruce Willis, right? Is that his fucking name?
Oh, yeah. Bruce Willis, the ball guy?
Yeah, he's the guy in Die Hard, right?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
I just had like a total just...
You had a Bruce Willis
blank moment. Holy shit. Yeah.
That's sad to say. I didn't want to say that, but...
Harry would be played by Edward Norton. Zoran would be played by Samuel L. Jackson. Gabriel would be played by Anthony Hopkins. Young Nate would be played by Jacob Tremblay.
Cast.
Young Sam would be played by Ty Sheridan. That's it.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's like the cast of Amsterdam. There's so many people in it.
Oh man, like if that movie, like if my fan casting happened, it would be the perfect film. Oh my god.
Who would? Oh yeah, and you said Christopher Nolan to direct. Okay.
I'm actually gonna like send you the post on Instagram just real quick because like you could see like the pictures of like the video game characters at least.
All I know is Nathan Drake. That's literally the only character I've heard of from that because I haven't played any of them yet. So
yeah, I know. I mean, you should. They're really good games.
I should. That's probably why I didn't like hate Uncharted like everyone else. I thought it was just okay, but like that's because I had no knowledge of anything going in. So.
I just couldn't even believe they chose Tom Holland and Mark fucking Wahlberg. It was like,
yeah. I had similar posts in the past, but they're not like who would I cast. Like I did a couple posts that were like video game adaptations and who I would want to direct them. So I only picked the directors. So like I thought the ones I picked were pretty spot on. But if I had to cast actors. Well, my favorite video game of all time is Fallout New Vegas. And
is it really?
Yeah, that's my favorite of all time. I don't think that's ever probably gonna change. Like my top two are Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. So they're both
Skyrim. Hell yeah! You're a big Bethesda fan, are you?
Oh yeah. Which Bethesda didn't even like develop Fallout New Vegas, though, which is the thing. True, I think they only like distribute it. That's why I wish Obsidian would make another Fallout game. But anyway, that's the hard thing with my two favorite games being RPGs, to where you can just create your own character. Like I could cast anybody. So
yeah, that's true.
I would just always resort to probably my two favorite actors, which is either Christian Bale or Cillian Murphy. Just get one of them to be the main guy.
I think Christian Bale in like Skyrim setting?
Maybe, that would be cool.
It sounds like, I mean, from what I know about Fallout, Cillian Murphy would probably work there, but
I think he would work there.
I've never played any Fallout games properly, so...
I mean, post-apocalyptic, he's already done stuff like that before with like A Quiet Place or 28 Days Later, so yeah, Cillian Murphy could pull off that.
But Fallout is more like futuristic, right?
It's futuristic but old world at the same time. It's like a cool like mix of both. To where like it's in the desert and it's like kind of like really like it's like a western but with futuristic things. Yeah, that would still work, I think. But Skyrim, for a second, then like I was thinking like, what if like Mads Mikkelsen was the Dragonborn? That would be fucking awesome.
Oh.
So yeah, maybe him. And then I guess I had a third game really quick that it's probably in my top 5 favorite games of all time, and that's Left 4 Dead 2. So the 4 main characters of Left 4 Dead is like Coach, Rochelle, Ellis, and Nick. Those are the 4 main characters. And I guess I don't know, have you played it?
No.
Okay, well, I'll just quick name off like who I would cast as each for those who have seen it. Ellis, get Lucas Black. He would be the perfect Ellis. For Nick, I would pick James McAvoy. I just think his face just fits Nick for some reason. Coach, get Ving Rhames. And Rochelle, I would get Naomi Harris. So Naomi Harris, Lucas Black, James McAvoy, and Ving Rhames. Cast them as the 4 people of Left 4 Dead 2, and that'd be a fucking fantastic movie. That game is so good. I love that game.
I was just thinking as well, this was because I was actually thinking it recently when I was like replaying the game, but do you know like Jak and Daxter, all that shit?
Jak
Have you
and
ever played them?
Daxter. Let me look it up, and I might have.
It's from Naughty Dog, like the guys who made Ratchet and Clank and stuff.
Let me see a picture. Oh, I've seen I have never played it, but I recognize it.
Okay. Well, those were huge games from my childhood. I played the fucking shit out of them, and like right now I'm playing Jak 2 Renegade, and it's sort of like a more edgy version of like the first game. But I kept thinking recently, like while I was playing it, I'm like, I want like a Dune style remake of this game, like an adaptation, I mean, of this game. Like I want Denis Villeneuve to make it, and I want all these fucking crazy ass characters to be like played by these great actors and stuff. And like I don't know, I don't know who I would cast in what like specific roles or whatever, but it's just, it has that sort of vibe to it where it's like there is so much about the world and the characters and stuff that could be adapted into something really good, and I think they'll do it probably at some point. I don't know if they'll do it well.
Haven't really known anything about that game, to be honest, but
it's a great game. I mean, the first 2 are like really fucking good. Like, oh my god.
I was just looking at Naughty Dog games, and like I think since I only grew up with a PlayStation 2, then I didn't play a lot of their newer games like The Last of Us and all that, but the only Naughty Dog game I really remember growing up with her playing was Crash Bandicoot. I fucking loved
That
Crash
shit
Bandicoot.
slaps. Yep.
Yeah,
Crash
that was
Bandicoot's
awesome.
I wonder if they could adapt that into something.
Who knows? Maybe like make a Sonic style Crash Bandicoot. I don't know about that.
Oh god.
Like
James
that's what
Marsden
they would do.
is in there as well.
Get James Marsden in all these live action animated out of fucking movies like Hop or whatever he was in.
He's like the most bland actor in the world.
Hey, he was good in the original X-Men movies as Cyclops.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was, but I don't know.
Yeah, and he was in that movie Straw Dogs, which was really good. I don't know. That's not. Yeah, it's good, but it's got Alexander Skarsgård in it. That Straw Dogs movie. Yeah, he plays a bad guy, so you should check it out.
I don't know if it's a Naughty Dog game, but did you ever play Sly Raccoon?
No. Wait. Hang on. I've heard of it.
Because that could be a good adaptation, I think.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
It was just all Crash Bandicoot for me, honestly. I think Crash Bandicoot, Mortal Kombat, and Twisted Metal were the 3 pillars like that held up my video game childhood, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the fan questions. So yeah, it's a longer recording. Damn.
I think I'll be able to condense it down. It's fine.
No, I'm not worried about it. I know since you've been having to edit long episodes, I didn't want it to be like too much.
That's all right. I'll work my magic.
All right, sounds good.
As long as like have the episodes recently been sounding good and all that? Like
yeah,
no,
I mean,
no
I haven't
problems?
noticed anything wrong, honestly. No,
Okay.
you've been doing a good job.
Okay, I'm glad. I'll do it again.
Before we wrap up, then we also have to shout out our Patreons again, for sure. All right, so according to our rules, Kath, why we didn't shout you out at the beginning, you gotta donate more. I'm just kidding. No,
There's some
I'm
animosity
kidding.
going on here.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm totally kidding, Kath. Even though she's not gonna realize I'm kidding. I feel like, but I am kidding.
Oh boy,
But
just kidding.
yeah, but thank you for donating. Like, it seriously, it means the world. We appreciate it more than you can understand. So
Kath.reviews.
yes,
Yeah.
at kath.reviews on Instagram. Check her out. And then shout out again to at moving ____. There's 3 underscores.
No,
right?
it's 2.
It's only 2?
I think
Damn,
so,
I always
yeah.
thought it was 3. Okay, well, moving pictures, Julia.
Yes.
Again, thank you so
Donate
much.
more, Julia. Jeez. It's gonna be like next time Kath donates 5 and she donates 10.
We can't just like pressure them into and then thank you again so much to Cam A. Dak, for being our highest donating patron. It means the world. You have no idea.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you, you three. You're awesome. That's about it. So
where can they find you? Yep.
They can find me at Views by Quinn on Instagram, Letterboxd, Music Board, Goodreads.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna name off all the things. So
okay,
that's
named
pretty much it. Though.
You said Goodreads though, like in a weird way. Like you specifically went like Goodreads,
because I'm like, do people know about Goodreads? I don't know. They probably some do, but yeah. And then serialized. Yeah, but mainly Instagram and Letterboxd. Just Views by Quinn on everything. Just check the description of our episodes for our link trees.
Mm-hmm. Quinn forgot something. We also have the new podcast.
What? Oh.
I mean, not with me in it or anything, but I would like to advertise it because I listened to the first episode and I did like it, and I think we should do more.
Well, thanks. It was because before then I was trying my own little thing, the Views by Quinn podcast, but like I didn't know what to do with it. Like, because whatever I did on there, I could easily do on Instagram. It was basically the same thing. And like, my friend Nick, who I've known since like the second grade, I mean, he like is like the biggest horror fan I know, and we always watch horror movies together, and it's hilarious. And so he thought of the idea of like, what if we did a little thing to where we just review a horror movie per episode. I don't know. It's something that we're trying, and I think it'll be fun. And so it's called Blood Talk. You can check it out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So yeah, that's my little side thing that we're trying. So thank you to those who would check that out.
We'll put a link to it in the description for this one as well.
Thanks.
It's a good podcast so far. I'm digging it. I haven't seen Halloween 2018, but I still listened to the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, this is
You're
cool.
like, you don't care about spoilers?
Yeah, I didn't care at all. I was like,
I don't
whatever.
blame you. It's not that
I've
great.
honestly forgotten all of the spoilers by now.
Yeah. Anyway, where can they find you?
They can find me at Movies Music Me on Instagram, YouTube, Serialized, Music Board, Twitter, fucking Letterboxd, all that shit. It's all in my link tree. There are different variants of it, so best to just go to the link tree and follow that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's me.
There you go.
There you
and
go.
I think we covered everything.
So,
with that being said, all right, bye everybody. Peace out, bitches.
You got to try and hit like a different octave each time. That was generic. I didn't like that.
So do I do it again?
Yeah, do a different one. Do something different. Make it unique.
I don't know. I'll do Smoke on the Water. Peace out, bitches. Peace out, bitches. Peace out, bitches. Peace out. There you go.
Fuck yeah, there we go.
Like,
I love that noise you made. I don't know why.